everybody. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. We're back. It's going to be a good one tonight. Oshkosh was last week. That's why I wasn't around. My goal was to do some IRL streams. That didn't happen for two reasons. Number one, I underestimated how unbelievably tired I was going to be every single day at Oshkosh. It was insane. I mean, we were up early. I was talking all day. I was standing around all day. We were having good conversations. And then I was meeting up with people afterwards. And we were staying up late. And then it was like rinse and repeat for 5 days straight. And let me tell you, dude, that event was awesome. I had so much fun at Oshkosh. If you guys have not gotten to go, you should go. You should really go. Like, I'm telling you, fly to Milwaukee, hop on the Lamers bus, take it up to Oshkosh. It drops you right there, and it's fantastic. Like, it's just absolutely the best way to get there. And the event was super fun. I got a big thanks to Mr. Keith for getting me to come out there and you know, getting me some folks to work with and talk to. And yeah, I met a ton of people there too, like a bunch of viewers there. Just J10GB was there. And the disgruntled sailor, which I'm sure he'll stop in later, was there with his lovely little daughter. And then a whole bunch of other people, man. It was crazy. Like, it was such a good time. And we're going to talk about it, I'm sure, all night long, because that's pretty much the only exciting thing that's happened to me in the last 2 weeks. I haven't gone flying anywhere. That's pretty much it. It's been too hot to go outside and do anything, so here we are. Your local P4L, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Barney Pates, welcome aboard. I did have a blast at Oshkosh. Yeah, the wall fire was cool. You know, I got to see the wall fire twice because they blew it off Wednesday when they were going to when they were supposed to do the air show because it was all set up and whatnot. And they blew it off again on Thursday when they actually did the air show. So I did get to see it twice. It was pretty cool. Tim Rodeo, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. So yeah. Oh, hey, who's loading in? He's awfully close to me. I bet that's Max. Oh, nope, never mind. He's run away. But yeah, I was super tired over there, and that was one reason for not streaming. And then the other one was that the internet was just hot garbage. Like, I had a decent enough connection to do a stream on Sunday, as you guys hopefully got to tune in and see. But outside of that, like, the internet connection on the Wi-Fi was absolutely terrible. And the cellular connection was good enough for sending text messages, occasionally making a phone call, and definitely not using the internet for anything. So, yeah, I really wanted to do some streaming. I really wanted to do some more stuff from the event, but like there was no way that it was going to work. So it was okay though. I took a bunch of pictures and whatnot. That's good enough, right? Jackson Hole to Santa Monica. Did I put SMO? If I did, I meant to put MSO. But no, we're going to Missoula today. Going to Missoula. So yeah. Who else we got? Serious Gamer, good to see you, man. Next time you're at Beverly, check out the new sign of the NAA FBO. I wired the light for the sign. All right, dude. I'm going to be there. I think on Tuesday I'm going to be there. We're picking up Mr. Cirrus Max if the weather holds out. I'm going to go do some instrument flying Tuesday night. But for now, we're here. We're going to do some flying on PilotEdge. We're going to do some flying on this plane right here. First, I want to say some big thank yous to some people. Boeingman2425, thank you for 2 months of support. Says another month gone. Many more to go, I hope. Cheers to you, buddy. Thank you very much. Stealth Bob, thanks for 19 months. I do appreciate it. Is this the first round of 19 months? I think actually next week or the 2 weeks is where we're getting the next month. But Stealth Bob, thank you very much, man. Sorry we're not doing the Embraer 110. I kind of wanted to, but then I was like, you know what? I want to fly this thing tonight. I kind of want to just lay back and take it easy. Thank you, Bob. Serious Max, thank you very much for 19 months of support. Thank you for the tier 3 sub. It says, where are the shades? I'm going to find the shades, okay? And I'll make sure I get the shades the next time we stream. I promise you. Thanks, Max. Bubble Matuna's here for 12 months. He says, I finally made it a year straight. I love your streams, man. Good beer in my beer choices. Thanks, buddy. I do appreciate Bubble Matuna. Cheers to you, buddy. Thank you very much again. Cypher465, happy Friday. Chili Willies, welcome aboard. Good to see you guys. Just busting balls. I know, Bob. We're just having fun with it. It's okay. Jay Snap's here for 19 months. Jay Snap, thank you very much for your continued support. He says, kicking off Friday in style. I had a nice conversation with Jack the other day, and I'm looking forward to the 727 once it's closer to being released. I don't have any time to beta test, so I'm very excited though, Justin. He kind of filled me in on some of the stuff that you guys have all been working on that may not come out. Some of the I don't know. He's just talking about stuff. It's Jack. He doesn't how he is. Thank you again, Justin. I do appreciate it, man. Ernie the Cat, thank you very much for your 19 months of support to you, buddy. Ernie the Cat, thank you very much, man. I do appreciate it. Cheers to you, my friend. Tech Claw's here for 19 months as well. Thank you very much, Tech Claw, for your continued support. Cheers to you, buddy. Your local P4L says, I guess the agreement at Osh was to let you know I was the kid with the beard along with... Oh, God. I'm not going to say that. Hope your flight home was safe. Pleasure spending a bunch of time with you, Osh. Mike, thank you very much, man. So, Mike, Leo, and Hayden, Virus City, your local P4L, and I have no idea what Leo's name is. They found me on Sunday while I was live streaming from the runway, and came over there and hung out with me for a little bit in the afternoon. And then we met up a few times during the week, and then we ended up all going out for dinner one night, and it was friggin' awesome. We had so much fun, man. So, Mike, thank you very much, man. I do appreciate it. Cheers to you, buddy. It was fantastic to meet you and the rest of the guys. Whitsim's here for 19 months. He says, I'll join the 19 party too. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Mr. Whitsim. Cheers to you. A Smarts is here for 15 months. Mr. Smarts, thank you very much for your continued support. Is it A? Wait. Okay. Is it A Smarts or is it AS Marts? Because I have a feeling it might be AS Marts now. Because I think I've seen your last name elsewhere. You should let me know. But thank you very much, man. Cheers to you, buddy. And Cafe Chloe here for 4 months. Cafe Chloe, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers to you. Next up, we've got Mr. Chris Jones. I just popped my microphone. Chris Jones, thank you very much. Oh, I forgot Phil7488. Phil7488, thank you very much for 6 months of support, man. Cheers to you. Chris Jones, thank you very much for your 10 months of support. Cheers to you, buddy. I really do appreciate it. And Justin, Justin came up with this as well. Retard. Yes, sir. Thank you guys all so much. I really do appreciate it. Cheers to you guys. I'm sure it'll be a busy night here with all that since we missed a week. Ugh. Go Navy. Thank you for the bits, man. It says group flight with Marcus. I won't be around tomorrow. I got a buddy coming in town tomorrow, and I will not be able to fly in the evening. And then I'm going flying on Sunday. Like, my weekend's pretty much shot after tonight. Well, not shot in a bad way, but it's like I got a lot of stuff I got to do. Because I'm also going to Indianapolis next week. It's just going to keep me fairly busy. So, guys, thank you very much for your support, all of you guys. I do appreciate it. One more drink for you. That's a good beer. It looks like orange juice, but it's not. Wolfie2671, good to see you, man. Thank God it's Friday indeed. I'm also very happy. Aviation317, good to see you. Corn Addict. Happy Friday. Stoke the Embryo 110 is back at X-Pen. You and me too, man. I'm very excited about that. Oxbox, thank you very much for the 100 bits, buddy. I do appreciate it. What am I drinking tonight? Oh my gosh. I don't even remember what this thing is called. It's a New England. It's a, it is a IPA with Galaxy hops. It's by Trillium. I forget the name. I can check it. I'll look for the name when I go get my next beer. So, I'll have to pay more attention to that next time. But yeah, so Oshkosh was fun. Thank you guys all for your support. And oh yeah, so before we get started with the airplane, because I know that you guys just want to hear me talk all night, and that's what we're gonna do. Retard. First of all, Oxbox, thanks for the bits, man. DCI for the win indeed. That's what we're gonna talk about. GT Boy, thank you very much for your support. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Cheers to you, buddy. I appreciate it. And Clafferty21, thank you as well for the bits, man. Cheers to you. I appreciate it. Hampstein, welcome aboard. So next week there will be no Friday stream again, and this will be the last time there will be no Friday stream until, like, I don't know, mid-September or whatever, when I go away on vacation. I'm heading to Indianapolis next week to go to the DCI finals. I do this every single year. It always works out that I have a trip and then like a little bit of time off and then another trip immediately. So we got DCI coming up next week. No stream. I'm going to try to do one in the meantime on Excuse me. I'm going to try to do one in the meantime on Monday, but it largely depends on what my wife lets me do. Actually, that's a lie. She would be upset if I said that. It depends on what I have time to do. I've got a lot of errands and crap I got to get done this week. So we're shooting for one on Monday. If we do it Monday, we'll probably do the Embraer 110. Either that or the Aerostar, but I think I'm leaning towards the Embraer 110. And yeah, so it's going to be fun. I'm excited. So let's talk about the airplane. What do you say? Tonight's route? Wait, what? Oh, taking my net and going home. Finally able to catch me live. Excited for my first non-vol. Well, good to see you, Hampstein. We're glad to have you here. It's always fun to get people in here for the first time, that's for sure. FO Christine, welcome aboard. Haven't seen you for a while. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Blues Master, good to see you, buddy. Artists and Simulations. Band nerding indeed, man. I was band nerding last night, too. I went to a DCI show in Lawrence, Massachusetts. and it almost got rained out, and they ended up making it a standstill show, but it was still fantastic. I love going to that stuff. Let's talk about the route tonight. So we're going to start off in Jackson Hole this evening. That's this guy right down here, down in the Rocky Mountains. We're going to make our way up to a little airport called Missoula. Missoula. I'm going to say it wrong, and I'm not going to care. So Missoula, we're coming in here, and there's some pretty cool approaches into Missoula, so we're probably going to hopefully fly one of those and see how the plane does them. Then we're going to turn around really quickly, and we're going to make our way over here to Seattle. And Seattle might actually have some crappy weather later tonight. The TAF is calling for, maybe not. TAF is calling for it to get poopy tomorrow morning, but we'll see what ends up happening here. So we got Seattle, and then if there's time, we'll think about maybe heading down to Portland or something, but I wouldn't count on there being a lot of time tonight. So that's the flight plan. That's what we're doing. If you're on PilotEdge, you should come join us. We got a pretty good group of guys here. I know Ben's coming with us. I know Max is coming with us. And I saw some other folks that were logged in. Who else is down there? Cole Freeman's coming with us, I see. The usual crowd of cronies. So yeah, we're going to be flying in this plane right here. This is the A319, Airbus A319 by Toliss. I haven't flown this thing in a long time. Version 1.1 of this came out the other day. And I will tell you, the sounds are vastly improved. One of my biggest complaints with this airplane when it came out was how pretty bad the sounds were, man. So it is much improved from what little bit I've tested of it. Hampstein, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much to this URL not found for the gift of the sub. Cheers to you guys. I do appreciate it, Mr. This URL not found. I got to make it down. We still got to make it down to Norwood one of these days. You guys are on my short list. I am Marcus72. Thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers to you, buddy. I do appreciate the 17 months. And then Homie Live US here for 3 months. He says, hi there. Glad to be here for 3 months. Looking forward to more awesome streams. Happy Friday. Homie Live US, thank you very much, man. Cheers to you, buddy. Cheers to all you guys. Anytime we miss a week, it's usually pretty busy with the big thank yous and all that. And I hope you guys understand why we do it. Poker 2012 Chew, good to see you. Flew into Jacksonville with the 319 last week. Nice. Also added, oh yeah. I'm running just the default stuff, the stock stuff. Get this up on my desk here. Let's do some flying, man. What do you say? I'm excited. Jambo 70 seconds here. He's excited. Thank God it's Friday. He says, I would like to join my office, make me go wine tasting. That sounds like an okay thing. I can deal with that. Anyway, we're flying an Airbus. Airbuses fly like most other Airbuses, so we're going to start with battery. Battery. We'll go turn the external power on. Get this thing up and running. Actually, you know what? We'll pull in some high pressure ground air too. So, let's see, ground services. We just want low pressure. Is it low pressure air or high pressure? I think we can get away with low pressure. And then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 on the IRSs. That's good there. Left side, fantastic. Middle, fantastic. And then we'll come down here to lights. Let's turn the nav and logo lights on. We'll leave the APU off just for the time being. Seatbelt signs off. No smoking signs on. Emergency exit lights armed. Those are good. And on the right side here, there should be nothing to touch. Great. Let's come on down here. Let's turn up the brightness on these displays. Yep. No, don't touch you. Turn that one up. Turn that one up. Okay, good. Air cycle's looking good too. I checked this as well. Because, you know, sometimes that doesn't work. The raddest dad. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Only the raddest dad for a few more months. Yeah. Thank you very much for your support, my friend. Cheers to you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Low pressure's AC, high pressure's in the start. That's what I figured. All right, so that's going. Let's come on down here real quick. We'll go to the flight plan page. Oh, no, we're going to go to the init page. We'll be flying KJAC to KMSO. Put you there. Hit align IRS. And we'll let that start doing its alignment thing. We are going to call up Jackson Ground. Just a moment. I actually haven't done anything with ForeFlight. We should load some people and fuel first. Let's do that, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so we're not actually going to go to... We're not actually going to get... Oh, Simbrief, I love you. They moved all the important stuff to they added 0 fuel weight and takeoff weight up here to the top. Oh, that's fantastic. Did they get... Yeah, we're not actually going to go to 28 or 30. We're going to go to 28,000 feet. Okay. So we'll craft that there. Put you there. So we want to have a zero fuel weight of 46,664 and a block fuel of 6,100, we'll call it. So we'll come to here. We'll go to plugins, Toliss, ICS screen. Okay. Well, I was going to look at something more fun than this, but that's okay. Aircraft configuration, we need to have... Oh, you know, let's go with packs count. 42 passengers. Not many people want to make this flight, apparently. Nah, in the back. They're all sitting. None of them could sit first class. And then we want to bring our zero fuel weight to 46.6. Right now we're at 46.9, so we're going to take away 300 pounds. 46.6 right there. Apply these load settings. Cool. And then for the block fuel we want to have, I said, what, 6,100 pounds, or 6,100 kilos. Yeah. Cool. All right, that's good right there. Close you. Pull you up there. We can go outside. Nah, we'll just stay inside here. All right, so we need to find... Let's see. Oh, yeah. I know what I did there. Hang on. I think I upset it. Hang on. We got one. Trevor, happy Friday. Stand by. So what happens is I minimized air server, which causes it to just not work with an OBS. But that's okay. Here it goes. Yeah, there it's working. All right. So we'll pull four. Whoop. We'll close ForeFlight apparently. Flight Logic, good to see you, Tyler. Wolfie, I already said hello to you, but hello again. Fly Guy 516, welcome aboard. Good to have you here. 5-hour considered to be better than 5-factor A320. However, the 320 simulates a lot of more. Oh, I'm not even going to get into the comparison versus the 320 in this. Like, it's one of those where you guys can kind of look at it and make your own assessment. Because whatever I say is probably going to be wrong anyway. All right, let's come over here. I'd rather just enjoy the plane for what it is and not compare it to what else it could be. So we're going to start off at KJAC. And we are going to plan to fly. Actually, we'll just wait here. So KJAC to KMSO. All right. And then pull you down, go to plates, add plate, jack, diagram. Start with you. Start with you, I said. So there's no clearance frequency, so we're going to go straight to ground. 2455. 2455. Oh, you know what? I bet I gotta have the APU on for this part. Because these radios tend to not work if the APU's not on. Don't tell anybody, Flight Logic. We gotta see. We got the line cast, okay? We got the line cast. So far, we've gotten one tonight. Captain Tony Starks, good to see you, buddy. Tigers 1904, welcome aboard. Hope you guys are all well. We're casting the line out. We'll bring the APU online because I'm pretty sure we'll need that to be able to talk on PE. And even if not, we're gonna bring it on anyway. All right. Do 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 do. When that number reaches a big number, then we can go do more stuff. Until then, we can't. All right. We have an APU now. Let's go APU bleed on. Turn the external power off. So now we're on our own juice. And we'll pull the menu up here. Toliss ISCS screen. Ground services off. Off. Good. Okay. All right, so let's call up 2455. That's there, that's there. Check the volumes. Yes. Yeah. The radios never work the first time. You know that. Who are we calling? We're calling Jackson Ground, and we want our IFR up to Missoula. Jackson Ground, good evening, Alaska 717 IFR, Missoula.
Alaska 717, Jackson Ground, good evening, clear to Missoula Airport, Alpine 2, departure, Kickney, then as filed. Climb via SID, accept, maintain 15,000, departure frequency 132.25, squawk 7147.
Go to Missoula, Alpine 2, Kidney, then as filed. Climb via SID, accept, maintain 15,000. 132.25, squawk 7147, Alaska 717.
717, slight amendment to the clearance. I'm sorry, I see you filed another fix here. After Kickney, direct Missoula, VOR direct.
After Kidney, direct Missoula, direct Alaska 717.
And that'll be for slow, Alaska 717, read back direct.
All right. So a little slight adjustment to the route. That's okay. All right, so let's punch that in real quick. We'll get rid of Missoula for now. Procedures. Departure. Departure. Alpine 2. And... my mixer is not turning off. Whatever, we'll deal with it. No transition, add that to the route. And then we're going to go to MSO, and then KMSO. So the radios worked the first time. That's pretty rare. Cessna 9DS, good to see you, buddy. OGM pilot, welcome aboard. Is that big boy good? I don't know what that means. A pull com one there. Actually, that's not bad. Whatever. We'll just leave it alone. It's fine. Okay. So let's come down here. Let's do some programming. We need to go to flight plan. Nope. We need to go to init. Actually, just kind of. There we go. Problem solved. Okay. So we're gonna be Alaska 717. Yeah. Our alternate is gonna be Spokane, I want to say. KJAC. Cost index for this flight is 5 because SimBrief never wants you to get there. We're going to 28,000. Okay. And that's fantastic. We'll go to flight plan. We'll go to KJAC. Departure. Probably 19, right? Jackson Hole almost always does 19. Ooh. 23026 gust 33. Oh. Maybe we should be coming back in here tonight. Alpine 2. No transition. Insets. We'll brief that here in just a moment. After that's going to be MSO. Boom. Clear that discontinuity. That's good there. All right. Let's brief this departure real quick. I mean, the FMC is going to fly it all for us, so there's always that. Okay, KJAC. Alpine 2 departure. Had a cost index of 46 earlier today. Yeah, you don't get that very often. Aviator B787, good to see you. Peter Hoover, welcome aboard. Good to see you guys. Cayenne Smith 8, I'm doing fantastic. How are you? I hope you're all doing well. Fly Guy, thanks for the bits. I appreciate it. All right, Alpine 2. Oh, yeah, this is pretty easy. On departure, intercept the 192 radial off of Jackson Hole. Take that down to Kissney, identified by 27 DME. Cross Kissney at or above 15,000 feet. And then we turn right to Missoula from there. So this is a pretty easy departure. It's Eagle that has the weird departure, isn't it? So that's fine. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. And then we go to init. We're going to go to the right side here. Oh, it won't just load it in for me, will it? Oh, you bastard. All right. Plugins, Toliss, open ICS screen. Oh, crap, really? Move this all the way over here. Plugins, Toliss, open ICS screen, aircraft configuration. We're going to take off with actually, we'll take off with flaps 2 out of here. Because I can. Okay, so our zero fuel weight is 46.6. Oh, yeah, right. 33.5 / 46.6. And our block fuel is going to be 6.1. 6.1. Okay, so we got 2 hours extra gas. That's good. And then we'll go to the perf page. Our V1 speed right here is going to be 133. Our V rotate speed is 138. Our V2 speeds are going to be 141. Transition altitude 18,000 feet. Thrust reduction 7,990.
Retard.
Good. Our flap setting is going to be 2 / and then DN 1.1. Can you guys see that? Oh yeah, it's all right there. So we're just pulling our data from right here. So DN 1.1. Yeah. And our flex temperature is going to be 5.3. Good. Okay. That's all ready to go. Pop you there. Pop you up there. We're going to leave speed managed, heading mode managed. We're up to 15,000 feet. That's good. Boom, boom, boom. QNH altimeter setting, whatever we're going to call that here. So the winds are 230, 26, gust 33, 9 mile visibility, few clouds 9,000, 26 Celsius, -1 on the dew point, altimeter 3008. 3008. And 3008. Need some water. Oh my gosh. I'm very parched. It's super warm here lately. Calbert, thank you very much for 6 months support. It says 6 months hype. I do appreciate it, buddy. Cheers to you. And this you not found. Thank you very much for the 1,500 bits, man. Reclaiming my #1 spot. Cheers, man. I really do appreciate it. Appreciate both of you guys. Appreciate all you guys. Rendezvous with Destiny, how you doing? K-Buff Aviator, welcome aboard. Blizzard 2002, welcome aboard. I think we got everybody else. Max, thank you very much for the bits, man. IRL was cold this week, almost unwatchable. You say that every week, man. It's like the only interesting person streaming is Catstrator, right? Uh-huh. Max, thank you very much for the bits, dude. I do appreciate it. I need another beer by the time we go, it looks like. Okay, glare shield's now set. We got our FMC all set up. We'll come on down here. Let's turn you up because that bothers me that it's low. Let's turn you guys up because that also bothers me that it's low. And you up because of the same reason. Okay, so we'll come down here. We'll set our squawk code. So 7147, 7147, 47 on neutral and oh god. TARA. There we go. Okay, that's all set. This is good. This is all set up now. That's all set. Overhead panel looks fantastic. We'll go ahead and turn the lights on or close the put the seatbelt sign on. That's good. Bring the beacon on. We'll call better pushback.
And ground to cockpit. G'day, mate. Go ahead and show me where you'd like to point now.
G'day, mate. Where do you want to point her, mate? Alan Shafto, the patience of a saint. This you're not found. Thank you for the bits, man.
Yeah, ground to cockpit.
Cheers, buddy. I appreciate it. This is a fight where I win, no matter what happens. Grubby 113, good to see you, buddy. Dogs 3447, hello from Boston, good to see you, man. I'm so glad it's the weekend too, buddy. Did you get tired of your voice on Better Pushback? Well, it's random, right? So I have it so that I get my voice, Toto's voice, Alan's voice, and I think Brittany's voice. I think those are the ones that I've said. I've gone in and done some. I've made some changes. All right, so let's go back to ground here. 2455. And let's see.
All right, all doors and hatches are closed.
That's the wrong chart.
Retard.
Two-Tone Murphy, thank you very much for your continued support. 15 months, my friend. I do appreciate it. 15 months already. Keep up the great work, Ty. I really enjoyed the Osh footage. Two-Tone Murphy, thank you very much, man. We're going to talk about Oshkosh in the air. Trust me. We got a lot with that day, especially. We got to talk about.
Charlie Tango Hotel Delta Alpha on the east ramp, ready to taxi.
Ready for the taxi. You let me go, yes?
Charlie Tango Hotel Delta Alpha.
1807.
27, taxi via Alpha, across runway 22, taxi via Alpha.
Good. All right.
Runway 27, taxi via
Where are we at?
Alpha,
We're at gate 2, right?
So connected and bypass been inserted. Release parking brake when you're ready.
Delta Alpha.
Gate 3, it looks like. What are we calling this? Gate 3, okay. Ramp 3. We got the weather, we're good to go. Jackson ground, good evening. Alaska 717, gate 3 with the weather, ready to push onto Alpha.
Alaska 717, Jackson ground, push approved down to Alpha.
Push Alpha 717. All right, park brake off.
All right,
Jackson
starting with
ground,
pushback.
Southwest 102, gate 6,
you may
the weather ready to
forward.
push on
Clear to
Alpha.
start engine.
Southwest 102, Jackson ground, push approved down to Alpha.
Push on Alpha, Southwest 102.
Okay.
Southwest 102, just use caution for an Airbus 319, just stop your position on Alpha.
Roger, 102.
All right, guys. I don't know what the pushback is doing, but we're going to hear these sounds. Hello. Okay. Can't see my gear. Blizzard, I think if you click the button there, you can do it that way. It'll take you to a web page. I don't know if you can do it from the app.
Jack 102, just gonna have a direct handout to Seattle Tower for you here. Contact Seattle Tower now 119.
Next Virgin American registration. Oh, that makes sense.
Cessna 64250, was that for me?
350 affirmative, remain outside of the Bravo airspace until advised. Contact Seattle Tower 119.9.
Alright, there's that.
Stay clear of Bravo airspace, contact Seattle Tower 119.9.
Flaps 2.
Cessna 250.
We'll turn that down for a little bit here. Let Alan disconnect us after that awful pushback. Alright, turn off lights, nose light on, that's good. Overhead panel's fantastic. So you gonna disconnect me?
Seattle Tower, Cessna 64250.
We may have to kill it the hard way here.
250, Seattle Tower, go ahead. And if you can please confirm your altitude, you were asked to remain outside of the Bravo airspace. You're showing 2,800 and a 2,000 foot shelf.
Roger. Just noticed that.
Roger.
Yeah, 250.
All right, rudder's
try
good.
to avoid the blank call-ups when you're just switching frequencies of the tower. Same
Looks
tension.
good.
Retard.
Left aileron. Right aileron. Full back. And full forward. Blizzard 2002. Here's your 4 months. Thank you to this show not found. Cheers to you, man.
Kodiak, Tango Hotel Delta.
Appreciate you guys. And Ivan 74, thanks for 19 months of support, man. Cheers to you, buddy. I do appreciate it. BH Wild, good to see you, man. Let's turn the engine sounds up a touch. I was trying to tweak these things, but you know it's tough to get a feel for them. Audio visual settings, we'll go engine volume. It's like it's gonna be blast your eardrums out loud in the back
Okay,
here.
250. I'm not hearing anything from you, and you're still trucking right into the Bravo. Can you please say intention?
250 is lowering altitude. And
Mr. Gibbs, thanks for 19 months, dude. Red looks good on you. Freeze out the natural color of my beard. Yeah, right.
Outside of that Bravo shelf.
Makes my face has that real good monitor glow going right now too. Josh, thank you very much though, man. Cheers to you, buddy. Josh, everybody. Oh, would everybody say congratulations to Mr. Gibbs? Mr. Gibbs passed his instrument rating recently. Huge accomplishment. And what had to be the world's longest check ride for an instrument rating. Thanks again, Josh.
Contact Executive Tower 119.5 radar service terminated.
He's not leaving me, so let's just get rid of him. Boop.
Jackson Legion 595 with whiskey for tag.
Legion 595, runway 19,
oh boy.
via Alpha.
You know what? We're just going to do this.
Initially, for planning purposes, we're going to have to do a cross-fleet story.
Of course he is. Where is better pushback? There it is. Go away.
Legion 595, okay, roger.
Jackson Ground, Alaska 717, ready to go behind the Allegiant.
Alaska 717, Jackson Ground, runway 19, taxi via Alpha.
19er Alpha, Alaska 717.
Jackson Ground, Southwest 102, ready to go behind Alaska with the weather.
Southwest 102, Jackson Ground, roger, runway 19, taxi via Alpha.
19 via Alpha, Southwest 102.
Matt, how do I check the cabin?
With November.
That's up here.
882, Jackson Ground, runway 19, taxi via Alpha.
Yep, okay. Oh, you pulled it back to what? Okay, that's good. Takeoff config. Hit that button right there. Okay.
Native Tower, November 420 Victor Lima, inbound, full stop with the
420 Victor Lima.
Kim PS608, welcome aboard. Good to have you here.
Right downwind 20.
New name, Crossbleed Max. Yeah. That was Max, not Cat.
Contact of departure, Hotel Delta
My
Alpha.
air conditioner is not really pushing out very cold air right now. That's a little worrying. Neon Civ, good to see you, man. Or No End Civ, sorry, welcome aboard. We're getting ready to take off, man. Good stuff. The New Gamer, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you for your support. Cheers to you, buddy.
Jackson Tower, Legion 595, we'll be ready to hand.
Right. This is probably the most traffic the Jackson Hole ever sees. What's the temp there in Boston? It's freaking hot out is what it is. It was like upper 80s today, I think. Upper 80s, low 90s. It was... Actually, you know what? It was 96 when I left the house yesterday.
595, Jackson, I believe you said you were ready to go. Is that correct?
Always ready, sir.
It's 79 right now, so it's starting to cool off a bit. It's definitely been warm, though, lately, especially for us.
Legend 595 Jackson Tower, runway 19, cleared for takeoff. On the wind is 220 at 26, gust 33.
Quick takeoff, 19.
Tower 1807, departure 3225. to 25. There we go. Campia, thank you very much for the bits. Appreciate it. Cheers. Yeah, 106 and SoCal, but you guys are more used to that than we are. We're not used to that crap around here. All right, let's see what kind of maintenance issues the Legion has. Good luck, my friends. Jackson Tower, Alaska 717, holding short 19er.
Alaska 717, Jackson Tower, runway 19er, line up and wait.
Line up and wait 19er, Alaska 717.
Recon.
Look at the crab on that.
Jackson Tower, number 420, Victor Lima, midfield 20.
No and Sev, welcome to the Beer of the Mud Club. Thank you very much for your support, and thank you very much for the Tier 2 subscription, man. I truly do appreciate it.
0 Victor Lima, runway 20.
Sky Harbor 109. Nope, don't want it.
For the one.
You guys can keep it.
0 Victor Lima, 190.
Yeah, I'm in the process of, yeah, right, not everybody has AC here. I'm actually in the process of getting central air installed, so.
Runway 19, correction, runway 20, clear to land.
20.
We will be having central air for next year. I'm not doing this again.
595, contact Salt Lake Center.
Departure 595.
Okay, 19 identified. It's a center line here somewhere. We're going to find it. Good enough.
Agent 595, Salt Lake Center, item.
Good enough for government work. I don't think that's actually the registration on this airplane. Cy Corp, welcome aboard, man. It's going pretty well. How are you doing?
4 miles south of Jackson, be aware, climb and maintain flight level C3.
Put a vent directly over my head, dude. That's kind of the plan. I think we're gonna put either one big vent in here or possibly 2 vents in this room, because this room gets really warm. Fly Guy 516, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for the Tier 2 subscription. Cheers, buddy. I really do appreciate it, man. You'll miss it when it's March and it's minus 20. I prefer the cold, to be honest. I prefer it to be a little bit cold than like stupidly hot. Yeah, dude. Like we don't have it right now. I just have 2 window units, or 3 at the moment. We temporarily installed one down in the living room, but yeah, I'm getting central air for the first time very soon. I forgot we got traffic on. I got traffic on 4 flight now. I totally forgot about this. Anybody within 20 miles, we'll see. Discuss the weather again in February. We see who comes out on top. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, especially like last year, we had a pretty miserable year in terms of like, or this year I should say, we had a pretty miserable year in terms of weather. Been doing cat readings on PE. Was looking at a map. Saw a bunch of people at Jackson Hole. I remembered you were streaming. Well, there you go, man. Right here. Hop in your plane. Go fly up in Missoula then. If you got the Western U.S., we'll be landing there probably another 45 minutes or so.
Westcast 717, Jackson Tower, wind 220 at 26, gas 33, runway 19, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 19, Alaska 717. Okay. Lights. Lights are good. Camera. And action. Doot, doot. All green. Let's go flying.
Jackson Tower, Southwest 102, short 19er.
Southwest 102, Jackson Tower,
Okay,
runway
power
19,
set.
line up and wait.
Line up and wait 19er, Southwest 102.
Executive Tower, number
Airspeed live, 100 knots.
Clear up 20 and Julia, we'd like to taxi back to 20.
420 Victor Lima, roger runway 20, taxi back via Mike Delta across runway 16.
V1.
And runway 12, taxi via Mike.
Rotate.
Okay, back to 20 via Mike Delta and cross 12 and 16 at Mike, November 420 Victor Lima.
Alaska 717, contact Salt Lake Center.
Salt Lake Center, Alaska 717. Salt Lake City, Alaska 717, 8,000, climb via 617, 15,000.
Alaska 717, Salt Lake Center, radar count, I'm sorry, Salt Lake Center, ident, and climb and maintain flight level 230.
Climb and maintain level 230, ident, 717.
Regent 595, contact Salt Lake Center, 128.72 for her.
2872, Legion 595.
Oh, there's the ident button.
Alaska 717, thanks. Ident observed radar contact 4 miles south of Jackson.
Opposition check, 717. Alright, we'll turn them down just a little bit there.
Regent 595, Salt Lake Center, roger. Climb, maintain flight level
Cleaned up.
260. Charlie Tango Hotel Delta Alpha, contact Seattle Center 126.6.
Take it easy, Blizzard. David Zakop, welcome aboard, man. Happy Friday. Will Pipes, welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Good to see you guys. Alright, so we are accelerating now. Climb speed's 260. We'll leave the lights on until 18,000. So this is a high altitude airport. See, that's what I mean by it being real loud back here.
Roger, maintain VFR, Yakima altimeter 299.5.
This side's pretty though.
Southwest 102, 1220 at 26, gas 33, runway 19, clear for take.
All right.
Victor Lima, executive tower, runway 20, cleared for takeoff, right downwind departure.
Once we get the turn going here, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on today. David Zakop.
I think someone else was calling too. I'm sorry, and two step on each other.
It's our little secret tonight. The sounds are loud but nice. Yeah, they're a little bit loud. I can turn on.
Southwest 102, contact Salt Lake Center.
Turn on. Let's see. We can use 3D sound fading, which is supposed to make it a little bit more realistic. They're super loud back here, though, no matter what you do.
Are you ready? Certified 882, runway 19, line up and wait.
Outside's not too bad once you
595 radar contact
everything's
lost.
set. Uh-oh. Oh no, his sim crashed. Mr. Colonel Staler, good to see you, my friend. It was great meeting you again.
8,000 for 15,000.
Absolutely my pleasure to talk to you. And your lovely daughter. Hope your trip back was good.
Southwest 102.
717, contact Salt Lake Center on 128.72 for her.
2872, Alaska 717. So either Max's sim crashed, or he lost his internet connection. Oh, you got dinner with the folks. Never mind. Yeah, that's probably more important than hanging out with me. It's like...
Climb maintain flight level 230.
Salt Lake City Center, Alaska 717, flight level 183, climbing flight level 230.
Alaska 717, Salt Lake Center, roger. Climb maintain flight level 280.
Climb maintain flight level 280, Alaska 717. All right, 280. Engines are very quiet on Toga. Yeah, I agree with that. Got a lot to learn before I get on PilotEdge. Well, just start simple, man. Hop in the 172, go do the cat ratings. You know, basically treat it like learn to fly on PilotEdge the same way you would learn in the real world. Cooperfish 2002, thank you very much for 15 months of support. I really do appreciate it, buddy. Cheers to you. 4 folks watching in VR. One of these days, I gotta come watch a stream like that. Louder, Howard, welcome aboard. We're running default clouds. All stock, all the time. How's flying going? I haven't flown in 3 weeks, man. We're going up Sunday. My wife and I are heading up to Burlington, Vermont to have lunch with some friends. And then I'm going up on Tuesday with Mr. Cirrus Max. And then I'm going to go up in a couple of weeks with Mr. Plain Ben. So got a lot of flying coming up, but I haven't flown since I went to Katama. I'm getting the itch, man. Especially being at Oshkosh for a week and being around all those airplanes. It's like, man, I just want to go. Just hop in an airplane and go. Do I have any plans to do the PE event tomorrow? Unfortunately, I cannot tomorrow. I have a friend. So I got a friend tomorrow evening who's coming in and staying the night here with us. And so we're going to hang out, grab some cocktails and do whatever. And then tomorrow afternoon, I have to go do chores. Like, I have to go mow the lawn, mow my mother-in-law's lawn, take some trash out, clean my office here. Like, I got a lot of stuff I got to do tomorrow. So unfortunately, I will not be able to fly in the event, which is a bummer.
Golf Bravo Hotel Oscar Romeo.
I flew 6 hours ago and just want to go again. I know, man, right? I got to go up at some point in the next couple weeks to get night current again.
Golf Bravo Hotel Oscar Romeo.
If I can't, I should say my night currency expires in 2 weeks. So if I don't have a chance to, get night current in those 2 weeks, I got to actually make time to go do it.
With the runway and your call sign in a single transmission, please.
Mow my mother-in-law's lawn. Yes, she's in Portugal right now, so I have to go help out. Be a good son-in-law.
Yes, thank you. Frontier Flight 882, contact departure.
But, yeah, so Black Box Aviation, good to see, man. Where are you flying? We're flying out of Jackson Hole. We're making our way up to Missoula right now.
Frontier Flight 882, Salt Lake Center, IDEM.
Just flying in the Rockies here. Got about 40 minutes en route, it looks like.
Salt Lake Center, 128.72 for her.
There you go. So we took off out of the airport over here, KJAC. Made our way down to Kissimmee. Made a turn up here. We got Southwest 102 taking off now. And then we had Max in front of us, but he had to bail. So yeah, we're about 200 miles or so away from Missoula. I love coming into this airport. It's super, super, super cool. Portugal hitting 45 Celsius. You can keep that. Bill 4 LE, good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. How was the Toliss 319? I have no issue with it. I like it. It's definitely a lot better now that it's got, new sounds. Much better now that it's got new sounds. I'm a big proponent of, like, the sounds kind of make the airplane in a lot of ways. So yeah, we did the whole Oshkosh thing. I haven't had a chance to do any flying. I've got some, I don't know, I got some work stuff coming out of Oshkosh to do, which is actually kind of cool. Still working through the instrument rating. So I got a lot of flying yet to do in the next couple months here to get that done. My wife's still very pregnant. Definitely having a baby at some point. So we got a lot of prep work to do for that. And yeah, I had hoped to, when I was in Oshkosh, I'd hoped to do more streaming. And unfortunately, we just weren't able to because the internet connection was so bad. So I got the one stream in and a chance to do a little bit of plane spotting. So I don't know if you guys didn't see that. It was a lot of fun. And unfortunately, because of where I was standing and where the runway was oriented, we really didn't get to see, like, you guys didn't get to see a lot of the, you didn't really get to see how bad those landings were. I'm telling you, man, like, if I could have pointed that camera properly down the runway, they were awful. And it was all day, the entire time we were standing there, they were just absolutely horrific landings. And what was happening is, like, these guys were having to hold for so long. They were holding for, 2-3 or more hours at a time. And they were coming in. They were just like, I'm going to land this thing, and we're coming in here no matter what. Like, we saw a jet that bounced I saw 2 tail strikes. I saw a biplane damn near ground loop. And we just saw countless bounces, porpoises, skidded tires. Like I know these guys are good pilots. And if this is the only thing you ever saw for landing, you'd be like, that's amateur hour. It was kind of, it was kind of cool for us. But yeah, it was crazy. Like I have no other words to describe it other than it was nuts. Yeah, totally maxed out with get there itis. And the thing is, like, if you're holding for like 3 hours, your perception is going to be, well, if I have to go around, they're going to make me do that all over again, which isn't the case. But you know, you're like, they're gonna screw me over and whatever. And so these guys, I think, were just like, they were like landing it at all cost. A lot of people skidding though. A lot of people like getting down, hitting the brakes, and basically just running their tires. Iowa Scotsman, good to see you, man. Was my wife with me? Nope, she stayed home. This was purely a business trip. So yeah, I mean, and some of that was, you could hear some of that on the stream. You could kind of see the quality of some of the approaches and whatnot as people were coming in, but a lot of the planes were sort of landing like perpendicular to where my camera was. But yeah, so my lovely wife stayed home for this one. It wouldn't have been a good thing for her to go. Like, she wouldn't have really enjoyed it the same way that I did. Plus, I was there to do some schmoozing and whatnot too. So, you know, there was a lot of that. But it was a good time. Iowa Scotsman, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, and the wind wasn't great either. So they were tired, and then the wind was probably 15 to 20 degrees off the runway center. And it must have been blowing. I would estimate it was blowing like 12, gusting 18 or so. So the winds were definitely a factor in this and everything. Like there were a lot of factors in all the flights and whatnot. But the wind more so than anything else, I think. Saw a video of a guy in a tri-pacer who was held up for an hour. Yeah, absolutely, man. And even crazier than that, there was a dude we found. Somebody in the chat found him. There was a RV that was holding for 5 hours and 15 minutes. He started in Appleton. He went down to try to get in. Didn't succeed. Went back to Appleton. Got more fuel. Went back and eventually got in. Freaking crazy, man. Like, just absolutely nuts. But yeah, it was nuts. Like, I don't have any, like, again, I don't really have a variety of words to describe what I saw. But yeah, the show was cool. Like, it's interesting when you're at that show that eventually, like, you just sort of have this like, why are we going so slow? We're doing 391 true. We can, whatever. We'll just leave it. It's half an hour till we get there. We can add. I could have added a few more knots to this, but I could have actually gone all the way to 38,000. I see. That would have been no issue. So we'll keep that in mind for the Seattle route. But yeah, what's interesting is the normalization of the airplanes. So the idea of seeing like a couple of F-35s fly over our field, do a break, and then come in and land. You know, if that happens around here, if that happens at your local field, you're like, holy crap, like, that's incredible. You know, the F-15s, F-16s, or whatever take off from a field that I'm at, and everybody's just like, wow, that's awesome. And you get to a point at the air show at Oshkosh where it's like, oh yeah, they're doing that again. Like, it's just, it becomes so normal, it becomes so, like, routine that you're no longer impressed by it, which is kind of a really weird thing to say. Rolls Royce, aren't those CFM IAE? No, they're Trents, man. They're totally Trents. Captain 350, good to see you. Wish you could join me on PilotEdge. Can't afford my free trial. I'm sorry, dude. That's the unfortunate thing. Like, the controllers on PilotEdge are all, like, they all make money. This guy's making money right now. So they have to pay the controllers, and that means they have to charge customers to use service. And that's kind of what keeps it with what it is. So that's what Monterey Car Week is like. Oh, cool, another freaking Pagani. Yeah, exactly. Like, anytime you go to one of those really specialty events, that's the kind of thing that you get. Mike Zulu Hotel, good to see you, buddy. The new Trent 4000s. They're IO 540s. Yeah. Torbs 902, good to see you, man. So yeah, like you just get used to seeing all that stuff, and you're just like, well, there it goes again. Now that being said, it's still freaking amazing. Like I remember standing there a few times, just in complete awe of what's around me. You know, you look at just the 10,000 airplanes that have flown in here. You look at how many thousands of planes are out there with tents next to them, and all these people that came in via airplane. And it's just and then as you leave the event, you go driving. You know, drive through the kind of and around the camping area, and you see all the people that come in campers, and they come in their RVs, and they come in their motorhomes and whatnot. And it's just like, man, like there's your brain has a difficult time comprehending how many freaking people are out here at this event. And it's just amazing. Like, it's just absolutely amazing. So I'm already looking forward to my trip out next year. I'm figuring out like that I was hoping to take the Cessna 182 out that my club has. However, that plane is already accounted for. Like, somebody already got the claim on it next year for Oshkosh, which is crazy. So if we go, we'll probably take the 172 if I do end up flying out there. Xeotis LS1, thank you very much for your subscription. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Cheers to you, buddy. I appreciate it. Be the Gamer 2YT, going very well, man. How are you? Hello from Boston. Well, Boston area. If you're from Rhode Island, I probably can't say hello to Boston from you, because you could say the same thing back to me. Play Ben, good to see you, man. They just booked our plane for Osh next year as well. Yeah, no kidding. That's crazy. Like, I know that Ian wants to go, so I think what might end up happening is that Ian and I cram into the 172 and head out there. And then, like, I don't know, you can go with Max. You'll be more comfortable with him anyway. KL612, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? J10GB, you'll see us next year. Awesome. Oh, yeah, KL612. Leo, right? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. It was good to meet you last week. I got you now. Only because Justin gave it away. And Mike came in here earlier and dropped some bits. Said hello. I don't know if he's still around here, but it's good to see you. Oh my gosh, Tim, are you kidding me? I'm going to have to fix that, aren't I? Should I fix the engines or should I fix the title? I can't believe I overlooked that and made that kind of mistake. Wow. Might be going to Oshkosh Airshow next year. I wanted to go this year, but couldn't make the time for it. It's all right, man. It's a good time. I'm already excited about it next year. Like, I'm excited to the point to where it's almost like I'd almost rather go to that instead of Flight Sim Expo. I mean, I love Flight Sim Expo. It was a fantastic show, but Oshkosh was something else, that's for sure. Although, I don't think I'll ever go back for 5 days of Oshkosh again. Getting in Sunday, walking around, and then spending Monday through Friday there was a lot of time to spend at Oshkosh. Thankfully, like I was kept pretty busy by the volunteer stuff that I was doing at the Pilot Proficiency Center. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah, dude, Be the Gamer, it's super hot, man. I'm like my air conditioner is struggling to keep up in this room right now. I'm dying. They asked me to come back. Good deal, dude. In-engine flight swap? Or in-flight engine swap, maybe. What kind of stream is this? Wrong engines. I know, dude. How do we make that mistake? Like, how does that even happen? I have to pay for my instrument rating and commercial pilot's license next year, so I won't be able to go. Well, you need to build some hours for those. What better way to build some hours than to go to Oshkosh? Doing the Fisk arrival under the hood. That's got to be sporty, right? Just slap the IE logo. Yeah, we'll put it on the other side, right? I've not heard anybody for an alarmingly long time. But I guess there's not that many people up in the air right now, so... You got this guy, the KJAC, you get the two of us here. This guy is not even on flight following, I don't think. No, he's on 2270. And these guys are all probably on the ground, so... Yeah, there's only 3 of us in the air right now, so I guess that's why we're not hearing anybody. When you in cruise, you in cruise. Afraid you're going to have to return to the departure airport. You brought the wrong engines. A few hours in a hold, you'll have enough hours for your check ride. Yeah, no kidding. That is a really dumb way to get hours, by the way. If you've got 2 pilots or 3 pilots or even 4 pilots in that airplane, you want every one of them looking out the window when you're coming into Osh. Right, Gorian, good to see you, man. I'm enjoying my Friday very well. I've been looking forward to this all week. We're just chilling, though. A319 making our way up to Missoula. Nice little scenic flight here. Yeah. Spending time in the air conditioning. Yeah, no kidding, man. Am I a Red Sox fan? Nah, not really. I'm not a Boston sports fan. I'm not from Boston originally, if you can't tell by the accent. And I don't really care for baseball. And if I'm going to watch baseball, then... I mean, I'll watch the Red Sox if there's somebody else that wants to watch them, but I don't care. I just don't care about baseball. But I generally tend to... I tend to root against Boston sports because of how just into it they all tend to get. How was everything? It was good, man. It was good. The rest of the show was great. I was super tired, so I went back to. So I was at the show. I was at the show Monday through Friday, and then I went back on Saturday morning to catch my bus to Milwaukee. So I went to Milwaukee with the intent of grabbing a bus or a cab or whatever, and heading downtown and kind of seeing what was up. My body finally hit a point though, where it's like, you know what, man, you're done. And I got a headache on my way up to or down to Milwaukee, and it was kind of there lingering. I went out to lunch, had a burger and whatnot, and I went back to my room, and the headache just started throbbing, and I'm like, oh no. And so I just said, you know what, I'll lay down for a little bit, maybe because if I get a headache and whatnot, you just lay down, it'll go away, whatever. So I laid down, and I woke up, and 4.5 hours passed. It was like 5:30. I was like, well, crap. So I wasn't really interested in heading downtown Milwaukee at like 6 o'clock in the evening. So I went to the bar across the street at the hotel and had a couple drinks. Got some dinner suggestions that were local. Went and had a nice. Oh my gosh, I gotta. If you're vegetarian or you're vegan, you may want to take a 5-minute break. I went to a prime rib place or steakhouse, and I had this delightful meal. That thing was incredible. You just kind of like very easily cut into it with your fork. It was so good, man. It was so good. So I had that. I'm watering thinking about it now. And then I went back and I spent the rest of the night at the hotel. At the hotel, there was a wedding, so I did some great people watching. I was wearing an aviation t-shirt. Some folks recognized that it was an aviation t-shirt. Turns out they were at Oshkosh. And our descent. We still got some time, right? Yeah, we got 46 miles. We got, a little less than 10 minutes. So yeah, great people watching at the wedding. And then ideally some folks recognized me having a aviation shirt, so they came over. We talked about airplanes. We talked about Oshkosh for about an hour or so, and then I went and grabbed a cigar, went outside, and sat around this little fire pit they had. This family was there, wasted. Like, this family was super wasted at the airport hotel bar, and had a fantastic time just chatting with them, shooting the breeze. And then the wedding party eventually comes out with the bride and the groom and everybody else, and they're having a great time. And I ended up staying up till like 1:30 in the morning, and I had to get up at 3:45 to go catch my flight. So I got 2.5 hours of sleep leaving Milwaukee. And then, yeah, I made my way back to Boston. I got home. I got home. I fell asleep for 2 hours at home. And then I managed to keep myself awake for 4 or 5 hours. And then I ended up falling asleep on Sunday at like 8:30. My wife wasn't here. I sent her a text that said, I love you. I'm going to bed right now. And that was it. I got like 12 hours of sleep. It was awesome. So yeah, that was kind of the end of the trip there, man. It was a really good time. Cue the stream. Good to see you, buddy. Flyboy F1 at 17. Welcome aboard. I thought I should, you know what? I should have crashed the wedding, but I wasn't dressed appropriately for it. But it doesn't matter. The wedding came out to us. Like, and the family, like the family that was getting wasted around the fire, like they offered me a beer, and I'm like, all right, guys, I love you already. They were playing Never Have I Ever, and I'm like, this is kind of ridiculous. It was like a father and mother, an aunt, and then like 2 kids and one of their girlfriends playing Never Have I Ever. So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I don't have a drink, so I took a puff of my cigar every single time, like whatever. But you could tell like they were getting super uncomfortable with each other as this game went on. I'm like, this is the kind of game you don't play with your parents. Grubby 113, welcome back, man. Uberbot's good to see you, Ben. Hope you're doing well. Cyan Sweeney, welcome aboard. Dogo DR, welcome aboard. The Real Bonk Man, welcome aboard. Where's the horseradish sauce? Get out of here with that, man. We got no time for horseradish sauce. All right, let's get some destination information here. Before we start heading down. Fly Guy 516, thank you very much for the bits, man. I do appreciate it. Cheers, buddy. Almost out of beer. All right, so we're heading to Missoula. 29020 gust 26. Let's start actually with QNH. QNH is 2902. That's easy. 9.92. And the temp is going to be 27. Winds are 290/20. 290/20. 18,000 feet. Approach speed 128. Landing speed 121. We're going to be full. I don't know what the decision height and all that is just yet. Great.
Retard.
Cyan Sweeney, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers to you. And Uberbot, thank you for 19 months, my friend. I do appreciate it. Just waiting for somebody to buy out my subscription for the better of the community. Ooh, that's very topical. Thank you very much, Uberbot. I appreciate it. Is there good scenery for Seattle? I guess. I don't know.
That's 1142, Portland, clearance to Salt Lake City Airport. Landing for departure, Kimberly, transition minutes filed. Climb and maintain 6,000, expect level 350.
I've not heard Peter on the radio for a while.
Frequency 124.35, squawk 3162.
They're like frozen custard. Yeah, it's all right. RNAV 30. That's my plan. That's the one I want to fly. I think this thing should do it. So we'll just wait for readback correct. I'll fly it by hand, man. I'm not chicken.
Delta 1142, readback correct.
Salt Lake City Center, Alaska 717, request descent.
Alaska 717, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Level 240, Alaska 717.
Frontier Flight 882, descend and pass, express and maintain flight level 240.
PD 240, Frontier Flight 882.
Okay, we'll manage descent mode here. Sure, managed, okay. No, not open descent. I pulled out initially and, well, you shouldn't do that. Because it doesn't work. And, yeah, now we're in open descent. So we'll head down to 240 and then we'll hop right back into managed mode. But yeah, it's good scenery for Seattle. The Tom Curtis makes one. I don't know how good it is by today's standards. I think I'm running whatever the stock stuff is, to be honest, along with ortho.
Alaska 717, descent pass, express and maintain 10,000.
10,000 PDs, Alaska 717.
Alaska 717, pursue altimeter 2992.
92. Okay. Phrasing. I don't get it. What'd I say? Just got payware scenery. Yeah, I mean the payware stuff by Tom Curtis isn't terrible, but it's perhaps not the best. I don't know. It is what it is. Let's do a little bit of this. We have procedure. Approach. KMSO. 30 RMP from WEDAC. Not even take it from Nona if I have to. Put our request in with the next guy. So we'll ask for the RNAV 30 from Nona. Or Noha, sorry, Noha. Noha! Don't laugh, damn it. No funny allowed. Take it from MSO all the way around. Oh man. That'd be a really long approach. I don't think you can fly that from MSO. I think you have to join up one of the feeder routes. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, you can. Never. Oh, gosh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that might be kind of cool, actually. If you ever come in from the other side, I'll do it. Yeah, you can take it. Okay, so you can go to Cupra and then bring it around. And it's a really damn cool approach. Like this approach is the reason why I come in here. It's a really neat airport to fly into. On the sim here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful airport. Space Dandy, good to see it. Cubas, welcome aboard. Serby Plays, happy Friday. I do have No Man's Sky, yeah. I played a little bit last year on the stream. I haven't fired up the new update yet though. There's no time this week. Do you know the Alaskan Milk Run? I don't know what that is. I do not know what that is.
Retard.
Luck 3333. Welcome, or thank you very much for 3 months of support, man. Cheers to you, buddy. I appreciate it. My beer's gone, so that's what you get. I'm really digging this update though. Like they have improved this plane significantly since it came out. The sounds are definitely better. The texturing in here is definitely better. Or at least it seems to be better. That could just be, you know, me making stuff up. But yeah, I'm really digging this plane so far. We'll see how it does with the approaches and all that stuff too. I mean, that's sort of where the rubber meets the road. I don't have. So Ubisoft sent me the crew too, but I have elected to not play it yet. I haven't had time. McShiggity Pilot, thank you very much for the bits, man. Cheers to you, buddy. Mr. McShiggity Pilot sold me and my wife a car this week. Mike, you'll be happy to know I switched my insurance companies yesterday. Problem solved for the next time. But, yeah, it was good stuff. Empty beer equals refill time. Yeah, I'll do it once I get that on the ground here. We'll get some fresh stuff. We bought a Hyundai Tucson. Get some fresh stuff for the next flight. Next time we'll check it out. Or yeah. Yeah, I'll check out the crew too eventually. I don't know. It's not like it's a really arcadey kind of game, and it's not generally my style. I'm more interested in Horizon 4 coming out here. I'm assuming like in the next month or two.
Reach on.
Clocky 180, thank you for 14 months in the tier 2 sub. Cheers to you, buddies. Happy 14th month. Home just in time for the stream. Clocky, thank you very much, man. I do appreciate it. Cheers to you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Second car. So my wife was driving a two-door Honda Civic. We replaced that. So I have my Mazda still, and now she has a very similar car with the Tucson. Like they're almost the same damn thing. All right, let's get lights on. Still 50 miles out. I may have been a little too aggressive on this descent. Because I went to open descent, you know? It's okay, though. Let's pop out. Okay.
Number 40 Hotel Bravo, 18,500 in Class Alpha airspace, but that's not a VFR altitude. You have to be below 18.
Yeah, you can't do that. I hate the Hyundai Tucson because I hate Tucson, Arizona. Okay, that's a fair assessment. Forza Horizon 4 releases on October 2nd. Awesome, thanks, man.
126.1, walk 2716.
But yeah, so far so good. It's my wife's first new car, so that's a bit of an adjustment for her. But so far we've had no issues. She was a bit nervous about driving it around at first. Now she's totally comfortable. Well, comfortable enough, I should say. Does the terrain radar work? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Okay. Super 80 Tom, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Patrick 88876, Oshkosh was awesome. Had a really good time there. Met a ton of people. Saw a ton of airplanes. And generally just kept really busy and did not get nearly enough sleep. I learned that Keith Smith is apparently a fierce beer pong player. Or not beer pong, sorry, ping pong. He doesn't drink, so he's a fierce ping pong player.
2,000.
Terrain.
We're good.
Terrain.
You're fine.
Terrain.
2,500.
They're awfully close to those mountains, though. Check out my engines. The Trent Rolls-Royce CFMIE 3000. It's over 9,000.
Terrain.
You're fine.
Terrain.
2,500.
Bravo Hotel Oscar Romeo, Jackson Tower. Verify your full stop landing. Bravo Hotel Oscar Romeo.
Breaking up pretty good there.
Or consider right base runway 19 or runway 19 clear to land.
Should give him a frequency change here in a second. Yeah, the Frontier guy behind me's got the right idea. He's still like 10,000 feet higher than me. It's okay, though.
Cheer flight 820-320.
He's just now starting his descent. Yeah.
Cheer flight 882. Report Hotel Bravo,
I did not fly myself, no. I flew commercially into... I flew commercially to Milwaukee to take a bus up to Oshkosh. First time I've heard the static on the frequency of the new filter. Yeah, I think we're quite a ways from the transmitter on this one. It's a lot of static and very quiet. If you compared his voice to what Ben's voice was just a moment ago, significant difference. Salt Lake City Center, Alaska 717. We'd like to request the RNAV 30 from NOHA.
Alaska 717, register direct NOHA intersection.
Direct NOHA, Alaska 717. Flight plan. KMSO, arrival. RNAV 30. via let's do WEDAC. And then we'll go direct to NOHA. There we go. I really shouldn't be this low right now, but I screwed that up. I screwed up my descent planning. I went into open descent mode and I should have just let it on. I left it on VNAV, but it didn't go back to VNAV even when I pushed the knob in. So, whatever. I ain't gonna worry about it too much. Cross one more ridge here. Other side of this mountain ridge we'll be in. Assassin, good to see you, my friend. Welcome aboard. Just scouting the slopes, yeah. Was that for Alaska 717? Can you say again, please? 24-9 or 717. That's insane. That's so crazy. All right. 29020 gust 26. 10 miles visibility, clear skies 27. Altimeter 2992.
Frontier 5882, descend and maintain 10,000.
Approach Alaska 717, 10,000 direct NOHA.
717, Spokane approach road. You're looking for the RNAV Delta, you said?
We'll take the RNAV RMP 30 for Alaska 717.
Alaska 717, cross NOHA at 10,000, cleared RNAV runway 30 approach.
Cross NOHA 10,000, cleared RNAV 30 approach Alaska 717. Okay. Off we go.
Gulf Bravo to Oscar Romero, there's no need to report that as you're already cleared land. You should only make reports when you're told to do so.
Okay, so let's do a quick approach briefing here. We haven't done one of these for a while. We're going to fly the RNAV RMP runway 30 into the Missoula airport. The final approach course is going to be 2908. It's going to be an RMP approach. There's going to be big arcs and curves and all that in there. We'll be landing at 3,206 feet, and we have 9,500 feet available to us. Missoula Tower is going to be 118.4. We can get that ready to go. 18.4. We know we have additional traffic inbound of the field as well. So we're going to intercept from the NOHA intersection. NOHA at or above 6,600 feet. Take that to the, eventually to the JEXOM intersection. JEXOM intersection, we're going to look at 5,600 feet. That's going to that's going to get us on our final approach course, or not course, but final approach path, whatever, and then down from there. So we're going to dial in 5,600 feet into the altitude. Push that right there, 5,600. And we'll leave 10,000 feet until we cross NOHA, and then we're going to push in, and we're going to go to managed mode, and down we will go.
Good afternoon, Frontier Flight 882 is 220 for 10,000 with information.
In the event of a missed approach, we're going to fly on a 297 track to 11,000 feet to the Suppy intersection, and then head direct to the Hedva intersection. We'll hold over Hedva. That hold will be...
And Frontier Flight 882, you can probably expect the approach from Missoula. That should probably work about right for your descent angle and under traffic.
What the hell is that?
Roger, we'll take it from Missoula, Frontier Flight 882.
Oh yeah, from Hedva to Losiv, Nayok, and then we're going to hold at Arley. I see. That's kind of crazy. All right, so that's good. That's our approach briefing. Happy enough with that.
2,500.
Horror movie radio quality, yeah, right?
2,500.
Show my plane. Okay. Harris 18405, good to see you. I could show it for a couple minutes here.
Number 4 Hotel Bravo Sentinel Tower 1190 1917 left clear for takeoff.
Okay, so as we approach Hurrah here, 10 miles out, we'll come down to this guy. We're going to go to the perf page. Next. Activate approach. That's going to bring us back down to green dot speed. Probably could have waited till we were 5 miles out, in all honesty, but that's okay. There's no speed restrictions or anything on the on this particular path. There are speed restrictions for the other. He's going up from Missoula, so there are speed restrictions there, but nothing for us to worry about. All right. Yeah, we could have gone as fast as we wanted to at this altitude, but like it's mostly like I want to get my speed back and ready to go for this portion here. So as we approach NOHA here, we'll probably drop flaps 1. And then off we go. We're looking for Jexam for our final bit. Get his green dot speed. 5. Actually, you know what? That wasn't a bad choice to do that. As we get closer to NOHA, we'll put the flaps out. Beep the guys in the back. We flew from Jackson Hole. We're going to land in Missoula. RMU. Let's go auto brakes low. Here we go. Once we cross this, we can start making our way down to 5,600. First altitude restriction, 6,600 to Tuffy. 6,000 to CB bed. Or seabed, I should say, and then down from there. I guess we could have waited a little bit to bring our speed back, but whatever. We'll just make it tougher for Ben. Okay, next notch flaps. And push you in.
Number 4 is Hotel Bravo, verify transponder runway contact departure.
All right, 5,600 did not pick up. Does not seem to have picked up the. Interesting. Did not pick up the altitude restriction. So we'll put 6,600 in there. So I'm not sure that I would have gotten it. Because it's in open descent right now. Thinking maybe the VNAV is upset with me or something. It's all right. We don't need it.
Contact.
Okay, 6,600 to Tuffy. Flying the whole approach 210 knots or less, not going to be fun. Yeah. Jay Falcon, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. You know that feeling when you land a plane IRL for the first time? It's a good one, yeah. It's very good. Phenomenal. Happy Friday. I'll smoke a tea. Happy Friday. It's good to see you guys. Angry Pilot, welcome aboard. Look at me, Cat. Chat is the captain now. Yes. Alpha Quebec Romeo, good to see you. Can you land so I can eat already? Soon. Slinzer 15, good to see you. All right. Let's do this. Okay, once we decide that we need some more drag, we'll be okay here. Some traffic out there. Where's he at? He's somewhere. Oh, he's already behind us. No idea. What is it doing right now? It's in approach mode. It knows about the altitude restrictions. 6,600 to Tuffy, 6,000. Oh, maybe, okay. I think maybe the VNAV is actually working then. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, we're super light right now. Yeah, we're really, really light. Silly Airbus, I'm the pilot. Nah, dude. Chat's the pilot. We already talked about this.
Number 4, Total Number, be advised you didn't violate the Denver Class Bravo airspace. You just climbed right, but like it wasn't there. You do need to remain outside of the Class Delta or Class Bravo airspace until you're cleared into it.
That's 2 now tonight. I'm not sure it's the same guy, but that's definitely 2 people that have done that. Please advise.
Affirmative.
All right, airport's out there somewhere.
Center Flight 882, clear direct Missoula, cross Missoula at 10,000, cleared RNF runway 30 approach.
Missoula, direct Missoula at above 10,000, clear for the RNF 30.
18.4.
Delta
Okay.
1142, Portland runway 28 right, taxi via Kilo Victor Alpha.
It's interesting. This is all you're getting out of this plane right now for descent rate. It's very slippery, apparently. A bit more drag out there.
2,500.
We should see this alt final.
Oakland clearance on request, it'll be a forward clearance.
So that should change to like final. Somehow it'll note that we're on final approach here. Put both autopilots on. That'll help.
2,500.
I forgot to brief minimums. Minimums are 400. 3524. We can punch that in real quick, right? Perf. MDA is 3524. Yeah. Okay, there's the FAF. Does not seem to have picked up the final on this. It's interesting. It didn't pick up approach mode.
Alaska 717, contact Missoula Tower.
Missoula Tower, 717. Alright, well, we'll fly it in by hand. That's cool. Huh. It should have changed the final. So something, I must have done something wrong here. It should have changed the final, though. It's alright. So, okay. So the Tower, Alaska 717, RNAV 30.
2,000.
Alaska 717, Missoula Tower, rate 30, clear to land, wind 280 at 20, gust 26.
Clear to land 30, Alaska 717.
At 11:55, Oakland for Roger.
All right,
Echo
beat the
Alpha,
cabin.
clear to Reno Airport, Oakland 3 departure.
Clear down 3 green, flaps down, indicator.
At 3 arrival.
Spoiler arm, speed brake
Climb and
arms.
maintain 5,000, expect
Lights are set.
7,000, 10 minutes after departure.
Let's go land.
Frequency 135.1, squawk
Give me that auto throttle.
5467.
Yeah. Whoops, crap. A little high.
Third Reno, Oakland 3, Red Victor, Sacramento, Sierra 3 arrival 5,000, we'll expect 17,000.
We can 5-string, get to see it.
German South departure 135.15467 on the squawk, Vision Jet 38.
Yeah, we're not flying an ILS approach, so
Is that correct?
shouldn't. That doesn't work on these types of approaches. Call this one stable enough. Really starting to feel that wind.
1,000.
Okay, gear flaps, we're good.
$500.
Piece of cake, right?
$400.
Still high.
$300.
Still high.
$200.
Doesn't matter. Taking it.
$100. 50, 40, 30. Retard, 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 retard.
Bounced it.
Retard, retard, retard.
Yeah. Boy, that could have been better. Manual braking. It's all right. Woo-hoo-hoo, boy! That was a turn. Zoo Tower, Alaska 717's clear golf for the terminal.
Alaska 717, Golf Delta to the ramp this frequency, good day.
Golf Delta ramp your frequency, Alaska 717. We'll see you in a few. That is a threat. Space Dandy, thanks for 8 months. You got it pretty close there. I totally forgot to retard the throttles anyway, so that's why it was yelling at me. And we came in high, we came in fast. We didn't have the final approach. Like, it was all broken. I give up. Whatever. Jonathan Cordova, good to see you, man. Jeff Fabiano, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Almost chilly in there. Ooh. Ooh. But it's not, because it's warm. Not my finest moment. How you doing, Jeff? You streaming tonight, buddy? Leighton 23, good to see you. Ryan 83B. God, it's getting a little cold. We got Ben coming in here next. He's got a long. He's still got like 30 minutes of approach to fly. Yeah, you show me how it's done. Here in a minute, No Man's Sky. Oh man, Jeff, how is it, dude? I'm probably gonna try to jump into it. If not this week, then the week after. I'm really keen on getting back into that game now. Blee to Alpha. Jay Falcon, thanks for 2 months, man. Appreciate it.
Up on ground, Messenger 3A, Echo Alpha Kaiser, taxi 2 in range with 11.
Enough. Park break.
Reported to Bravo Denver Center, Colorado Springs, altimeter 3016.
Oh, we didn't unconfigure anything when we got off the runway. Because why would we do that?
Victoria, Echo off runway 2A right, taxi via Charlie Bravo.
Bravo 2 in range, Echo Alpha.
Yeah, 11:55, send via surfer 3 arrival.
Those sounds are really good. Yeah, I have it, man. I actually have it installed. I need to get the time to actually run it. Well, you know what? All things considered, I'll take that. It went all right. That fuel truck just got squashed. Yeah, well, he was in the way. What do you expect? Didn't pull forward nearly far enough here. Meanwhile, Ben is on day 2 of his arrival into Missoula. At one of these points, they might even get to turn final. Eventually. All right, folks, you know the drill. I'm gonna step away for a few minutes here. Gonna go use the little boys' room, grab myself another cocktail, and then we will make our way back for leg number 2. Leg number 2 is gonna be Missoula over to Seattle. There might be some weather in Seattle. I don't know. We'll see. There has to be more weather than there is here, aside from the wind. But we'll keep our eyes fixated on this runway out here and see if Ben's able to do a better landing. I'm sure by the time they get back, he'll still be flying the approach. I don't think he'll be landed. So if you're taking off, thanks for sticking around. Or thanks for stopping by. And if you're heading out, thanks for sticking around. And we'll see you guys soon. And Mr. Fabiano, thanks for stopping by, man. Have fun with
Berlin Tower, Delta 1142.
Have fun with No Man's Sky.
Retard.
I would actually like to be playing that tonight.
28 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 1142.
Right back, guys. Taco83, thanks for 6 months, man. Appreciate it.
Oakland Tower, Vision Jet 38 Echo Alpha, ready to air right.
Victor 8 Echo Alpha, Oakland Tower, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
12 right, 3 Echo Alpha.
Frontier 5882, contact Missoula Tower.
Full Tower, good evening. Frontier Flight 882, just coming over Tuffy on the RNF 30.
Flight 882, Missoula Tower, runway 30, clear to land, wind 280 at 20, gust 26.
Land 30, Frontier Flight 86.
Victor 8 Echo Alpha, contact departure.
Departure 8 Echo Alpha.
Victor 8 Takeoff, NorCal departure, radar contact, climb maintain, climb maintain 17,000, clear direct Sacramento VOR.
There he is. Day 7. We finally have the airport in sight. The captain says that we might make it there before we run out of rations. I'm not sure I believe him, though. If we just push on a little harder, we might make it to this airport, though. It's so close, I can feel it. Kyoka, it's good to see you, man. How you doing? We're waiting on Plain Ben here. He's been on approach for half an hour now. You better grease this thing, man. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. There you go. Now at your crosswind correction. Left aileron, do it. Oh boy. Oh no! Oh no! He was trying to type his landing speed in chat and then went off the end of the runway because it's a 30-knot crosswind. WVS52 spent the first part in VR with McSheedy Pilot. It was amazing, especially landing. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I really do have to check it out at some point. The big screen VR stuff. Kyokin, thanks for 18 months, my friend. I really do appreciate it. Cheers to you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. What exotic location are you at today? And Anti-Social Woodworker, thank you for your support, man. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Cheers to you, buddy.
Frontier Flight 882, Golf Delta to the ramp this frequency. Good day.
Golf and Delta with you, Frontier Flight 82.
Retard.
Better check the taxi lights, guys. All right. Let's figure out where we're going next. Different song, though. Yeah, okay. Actually, sure, why not? Let's do this one. I'm guessing you hand flew that. Okay. So let us go to sim brief. And not that, but new flight. Don't gloat in taxis. The lesson today. How do y'all like this Toliss A319? I like it so far. It didn't fly the approach properly, but I don't know if that was operator error or what. It definitely did not go into, like, the VNAV seemed to have gotten hosed at some point and never went into approach mode. KMSO, KC. Yeah, we'll do 319. Change that to kilos. 2034 right, sure, why not? The Diddley 5, My Little Pony, Glacier 1. Okay, got that. All right, generate that. Compared to the 5 Factor A320, I'm not making that comparison. I'm sure somebody else out there has talked about that to death. I like to evaluate for what it is, not what somebody else wants, or what you think it could be, or how it compares to something else. I'm holding firm on that one today. Okay, so we want 74 passengers. We want 0 fuel weight at 50,000. All right. Actually, let's follow the flight plan real quick. Yeah, we're going to do 38,000 this time. We can definitely make it. Alternate, we're going to call it PDX. And that's good. All right. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. Time for the second flight here. Let us get the plane loaded up, and then we'll call clearance. So we're going to go. Actually, let's make sure we're not squonking Charlie anymore. You don't want to see us now. Okay, so we have 74 passengers. A few more people on the flight this time. And we're looking for a 0 fuel weight of 50. So we'll put the passengers. We can have a few more first class here. How about that? 50,000. So we want to add 300 pounds. We'll put them in the back there. There you go. 50.0. Apply these load settings. And our block fuel value for this flight is going to be 6.6. 6.6 right there. Quick refuel, defuel. Okay. Good, good. Missoula ground is going to be 21.9er. 21.9er.
Retard.
I couldn't agree more. Coast Pilot, thank you very much for 15 months of support. This is Happy Friday. Wife is currently at DCA with a ground stop due to weather. I'm not surprised, man. It's been crappy in the Northeast. Coast Pilot, thank you very much, man. Cheers to you, buddy. I do appreciate it. Add a couple pounds for first class. I'm stepping in. What makes you think you get first class, Bob? Take it easy, Plane Ben. We'll see you, man. Rob Mack, USAF. Good to see you, buddy. Has definitely been a while. Hope you were doing well. Okay, so that's good. We're tuned into ground, 21.9er. So we'll call in. We're going to do Alaska 717. We're going to be IFR to Seattle. C-R-A-F-T. Boom. And Diddley 5, My Little Pony, Glacier 1. Zulu ground, good evening. Alaska 717, IFR, Seattle.
Alaska 717, Zulu ground, good evening, clear to Seattle Airport, Diddley 5 departure. Milan pass transition, then is filed. Climb via SEED. Departure frequency 124.9. Squawk 7147.
What is MLP? Okay, Mullen pass. Clear to Seattle Airport, Diddley 5, Mullen Pass, as filed. Climb via the SID, departure 124.9er, squawk 7147, Alaska 717.
Alaska 717, read back correct.
Okay. Turn him down. Squawk code hasn't changed. So we'll go to flight plan, or no, we'll go, sorry, init from KMSO to KSEA. KSEA. We're going to try to get this one off the ground a little quicker since it's a longer flight. Alright. What am I looking for here? Cost index. 7. Are you kidding me? They just don't want you to get there. That's the problem. SimBrief is way too conservative sometimes. Good. Flight plan, MSO, departure from runway 29er. Why does it say no SID available? Interesting. Two niner. It didn't load the SIDs. No. About 11. Doesn't do it for 11 either. Huh? SID from FMS file. What? Oh. That's not going to work. Well, that's a problem. All right, whatever, man. I'll just put it in here by hand, but that's kind of a pain in the ass. Okay. Trying to think of how to do this here. So we're going to go Diddley. We'll do MSO, then Diddley. I'll show you what I'm doing here. MSO, Diddley. And Diddley's above 7,800. That's fine. And then a Rone. R-O-N-E. And from there, we're going to go to MLP. Mullen Pass. That one. Okay, that's good. And then we're going to go Seattle. Arrival. We're planning for the ILS. Right now, 3-4 right. And we'll be on Glacier 1 from... What? Three, 4 right. Glacier 1. It doesn't have my VIA in here. There it has it. What? That's weird. Okay. Well, let's check that, because I certainly don't trust what it just did. So let's do, first of all, get rid of you. If you're asking what this is, we're looking at 4 flight right now. And we're going to do KMSO, MLP, MLP, KSEA. Okay. And we'll go to plates. Toliss X-Planes AirAC. Yeah, dude, I updated the AirAC every month. We're on 1808. Like, we're on the latest AirAC. That much I do know. Oops, I don't want that. Diddley 5. Seattle airport diagram. Star is the Glacier 1. That was weird behavior that I just had right there. Because when I went to put that star in, so here's what happened. So we'll do the arrival, and we'll grab the ILS 34 right, and then we'll grab the Glacier 1. And so you're supposed to like be able to go up and down right here, right? But I had to hit the right button, and then I could find the transition for MLP, and then it loaded it in. Like that strikes me as maybe being a bug. What is going on here? Can I do the same thing here? 29. No, that definitely doesn't find the SID. Okay. Okay, so we have... Okay, so let's start first of all with departure. Since this seems to be kind of messed up. So here's what we're going to do. I put MSO to Diddley so that I can use that to sort of find this track here. And we'll intercept that. And that'll be close enough. So I guess Diddley, and then Aroni, and then MLP. So those are the 3 points on the departure that we have to worry about. There's a 7,800 foot restriction on Diddley. We're not going to worry about that because we're going to be well above that. So that's fine. Okay, that's airport diagram for Seattle. We'll go to the Glacier 1 arrival. All right, so this is going to be the one we really have to cross-check. So MLP, after MLP comes a Spokane VOR. That's fine. Then we have Temple. Temple has no restrictions on it. Then we have Wheatro. Okay. Then we have Odal. And then Glacier. And from there, we're going to put in landing north above 16,000 to set. Well, we'll wait till we have an assignment there then. Glacier, and then Jackson. Okay. And then Woody. And then Heather has a restriction, 12,250 knots. 12,250. I don't know why that's saying 224, so we'll keep an eye on that. And then manual. And from there, clues, and then we get on the approach, and that's fine. Okay. So that seems to have figured it out. That's weird behavior. I don't know if that's normal or not. That seems odd. All right, so that's good. Let's go back to the inner page. Go to the right side here. We're going to punch in. Move the camera over here. Go to the plugins menu. Go to Toliss, ICSC, or ISCS, Interactive Simulation Control System. It's a menu. For those wondering. Flaps 1F. Okay, so zero fuel weight is 31.1, 31.1. Then we go slash, and zero fuel weight is 5, 0.05, 0.1 actually in this case. It's good. Our block fuel is 6.6. Good. We have 2 hours extra fuel, or more than 2 hours extra fuel. That's fine. So we go to the perf page. V1 for this flight is going to be 152. VR is going to be 152. V2 is 155. And our flex is 5.9. Flaps are 1/DN 0.5. Good. Runway scenery is before pole shafts. Its pole shifts is actually 12 and 30. Ah. So the scenery, I see. Thank you for the bits. Thanks for the explanation too. Interesting. Why no fly? We're getting there, Ravenous Rhino. Patience. Rent a cow. Welcome aboard. We'll figure that. Once we get in, we'll figure the runways out. 34 right would be the shortest taxi though, because that's the one that's going to be right next to the terminal. Space Andy, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, so that makes sense. I figured it wasn't an issue with the plane, but I don't know. I get bewildered by some of this stuff. All right, that's good. So we got the FMC programmed. That's fine. Go flight plan. Go there. 7147 for the squawk. It's good, 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 good. Okay. So then, if we go down to clearance, Seattle, Diddley 5, we got that. Climb via the SID, so if we climb via the SID says go up to 14,000 feet. 14,000 right there. Okay. And 24.9 on departure, so we'll about that in a second. Okay. Cool. Ground 21.9er, tuned in. Tower 18.4, ready to go. Should we try better pushback again? Of course we should. Plug in admin, enable. Better pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
We could just do a straight push here. We could, but I won't. Let's try that. Steve Dunn, welcome, or thank you very much for 7 months of support, man. Cheers to you, buddy. I really do appreciate it. Pilot Meister, welcome aboard. Rent a Cow, welcome aboard.
Retard.
Yeah, so the issue is that the runway numbers are different in the scenery than in the real world. So I need to update my scenery, it seems. So when it goes to do the investigation... That doesn't make any sense, though, because the plane doesn't read the scenery. The plane reads what's in the AirAC file. I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. Not my problem for tonight. Tim Rodeo, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thanks, Space Dandy, for gifting Tim Rodeo the sub. Cheers to both of you guys.
Are closed. Ready to connect.
Sorcerer Dave, how you doing, Toby? Happy Friday, man. Happy Saturday to you, sir. 19 months of support. I do appreciate it, Sorcerer Dave. We are almost there. Cheers to you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I enjoyed the Morrowind. I had you on in the background. Lurkers Unite. Another tug using witchcraft out that. What else would they use? Perry Dat Platypus, good to see you. Toliss reads runways from airport.dat. Why would they do that? Isn't it all in the AirAC stuff? But whatever.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Of course. Okay, good.
Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
Yeah, we never really did anything over here, so it's fine. What kind of adventure shall we go on today? Uh-huh. Do. Ground hold DCA to Minneapolis. No issues making it to PDX. Yeah, no, man. I think your wife is staying in either New York or Minneapolis tonight. Best of luck to her. Okay, there's one engine. Let's go two. Don't worry about it, Coast Pilot. We're here to talk about nonsense. Listen, I have a damn Rolls Royce sticker that I put on the side of this engine just to troll you all, so yeah. Because inevitably somebody always comes in here and says, you got the wrong engines for this plane. Alaska doesn't fly the CFMs. They fly the IAEs or the Trents. So I gotta have a little fun with you guys. It's fine that you say that. It's totally okay. But I'm going to have a little fun with you.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
All right, I'll do that.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right, so that's on. Let's go APU bleed off. APU master switch off. Once she's clear, we'll turn the lights on. And go flaps 1. Arm that. Max. Oh, right rudder. Left rudder. Left aileron. Right aileron. Full back. Full forward. Cool. Gateway MSO doesn't have updated runway numbers yet. I see that. I think that one we figured out today. We should have put the Hyundai logo on the engines. Yeah. Jaren, FFX, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Aviator BJA, welcome aboard. Good to meet you as well, sir.
Disconnected.
Oh, trip was awesome. I had so much fun at Oshkosh.
Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
It was awesome meeting everybody. Aviator BJA, you're going to have to remind me. What day did you meet me? I don't want to be that guy, but I'll be that guy because I don't remember. Like, I remember the name. I remember sort of you, but I don't remember like if it was early in the week or later in the week or what. All right. Let's check on the weather here real quick. 25017, 10 mile visibility, clear skies, 26 Celsius. And the altimeter's 299 now. 94. Whoops. 94. All right. To the ground, Alaska 717, terminal with the weather for taxi.
Alaska 717 is low ground, runway 30. Taxi via Echo Alpha, cross runway 25 at Echo.
30 Echo Alpha, cross 25 at Echo, Alaska 717. Apparently he's got the wrong numbers too, because it's actually 26. They must have just changed it then. Alright, beat the cabin. Do the takeoff big check. There we go. There's Echo. You said my name wrong. Well, how do you say it, man? Because your name don't have any vowels in it, which means that I don't know how to say it. Clear right. Clear left.
November 4, stop Bravo, Roger, ready to disseminate, squawk,
Jern
frequency change
Fuffix.
approved, have a good night.
Got it. Jern Fuffix. Well, welcome aboard and happy Friday. Monday, I have the stupid hat with my 19-year-old. Perfect, yes. Okay. There's nothing wrong with wearing a nice hat. Yeah, it was good to meet you, man. It was awesome. It was great to meet everybody, too. I was surprised at how many people ended up showing up to say hi. My favorite was the random guy I was talking to. And he's like, oh, yeah, I use X-Plane. And so we're talking about X-Plane. And he looks at me, he's like, your voice sounds real familiar. And I'm like, I have my YouTube channel where I cover this stuff. He says, yeah, that's right. Thanks for doing that. Like, didn't know that I was actually there, which is fine. It's just kind of hilarious because he looks at me and he kind of has this bewildered look on his face. I got a good chuckle out of that one. Kiwi Asta, thank you for 17 months, man. Happy Saturday. Cheers to 17 months. Cheers to you, sir. I do appreciate it, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Matt 1997 Air, good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. Crazy Diamond, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Radio sounded cool tonight. Some new plugin. Yeah, so it's the new PilotEdge plugin. So PilotEdge put a change in a couple of weeks ago. They added VHF modulation to the radios, so it really changes things up. And you'll hear it, especially as we're cruising along. Like there was a point on the way in here where I could barely hear center because we were so far away from the transmitter and out of line of sight and all that.
That's 124.3 to 2432.
24-9er. Stop here for a second.
Retard.
2490. There we go. Good. Brace for impact. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers to you, buddy.
November 232, Whiskey Papa. Albuquerque Santa Cruz, land and maintain 15,000.
Well, you can keep spamming your name, and you probably won't last very long in here. So you probably should stop. Q Flight, good to see you, man. Tower, Alaska 717, holding short 29er. I'm in the market for the best Airbus. Is Flight Factor a good choice?
717 is low tower and with 30, clear for takeoff. Winds 240 at 17.
Clear for takeoff from a 30, Alaska 717. 2930, whatever. Yeah, I would say that the Flight Factor is still your best choice. I mean, this plane's good. It's cheap. You know, it's a little cheaper than the Flight Factor. But I have run into a couple of issues so far tonight, and I don't know if they're systemic. I don't know if they're problems with me, with the plane, or like what the deal there is. But definitely issues that I don't see with the Flight Factor very often. Okay, Diddley 5.
Retard.
Okay, let's go flying. Lights. Camera. And action. Good. All right, let's go. Knots.
Contact spoken departure.
Departure 717. We'll see you. Spokane departure, Alaska 717, 6,300, climbing via Diddley 5.
Alaska 717, spoken departure, radar contact.
Okay, Diddley above 7,800 feet, which we should hit no problem.
Vision jet area Alpha, contact local approach.
Gear up, lights out.
119.2.
Flaps in, indicated. Speed brake off, auto brakes off. Lights are set.
November 2 Whiskey Papa, contact Albuquerque approach, 127.4.
Squirrel, it's good to see you, Paul. Hope you're doing well. Mr. Servant, thank you very much for 19 months. Auto thrust blue. Cheers, buddy.
Vision jet area Alpha, local approach, altimeter 3005, advise when you have Reno weather.
The sounds are really good with this airplane right now. If you hadn't picked that up. Oh, strobe lights off. Whoops. Flying is pretty good. Giving this plane a nice little shakedown. On our way to Seattle now. Just took off out of this beautiful airport called Missoula. One of my favorite airports to come into on the network, just because it's so pretty down here. And our beautiful Rolls-Royce CFM IAE Trent 9000 engines.
Boeing 23 Whiskey Papa, Alpha approach, altimeter 305. Expect visual approach, runway 8.
This plane's got some freaking performance to it, though. Holy crap. Definitely got some performance.
Alaska 717, contact Salt Lake Center 132.25.
3225, Alaska 717. 32. Paul, how'd the iRacing go today? a little better than yesterday, maybe. Salt Lake City Center, Alaska 717, 12,500 climbing, Diddley 2.
Alaska 717, Salt Lake Center, climb and maintain, flight level 230.
Climb and maintain, flight level 230, Alaska 717.
Vision Jet 8 Echo Alpha, cleared RNAV, runway 34, right approach.
23,000. Up we go. 3,100 feet per minute, man. This thing's a rocket ship, dude. Holy crap. This is the default. These are the stock sounds now. The 1.1 update gave you an updated sound pack, and this is what it sounds like. Like it's very impressive. Bo Andre, good to see it. Oh, I forgot GE. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna modify this livery. I'm gonna put every single engine manufacturer logo on the side of this. Dan is unoriginal. How you doing, Dan? Happy Friday, my friend. Better than yesterday. Finished 7th and 11th. Not bad considering. Nice. I just don't have the patience for iRacing, man. Like, I really want to. I really want to be able to do iRacing, but I just don't have the patience for it. Maybe one of these days, maybe. And plus, it's super expensive. I can't really, I just can't justify that either. I'm also cheap, so there's that. Just put a Hyundai logo on him. You too, Professor Jedi? That was that for me? Sergeant 980, good to see you. Professor Jedi, welcome aboard. Happy Friday. The Briggs & Stratton logo. Now we're talking. Let's get some two-stroke logo. We have an Evinrude. It'll be the NASCAR of it. It'll be the NASCAR of engines. El Peru, good to see you, man. Put your Twitch profile pic on it. Yeah. Which one's on Twitch? Is it my face? Like the logo?
Alaska 717, contact Seattle Center 125.1.
25.1, Alaska 717. Alright, 25.1. Do this. Do that. And then standard. Center, Alaska 717, 501905, climbing flight level 230.
Alaska 717, Seattle Center, climb and maintain, flight level 380.
Flight level 380, Alaska 717. Alright, up we go. A little rocket ship. Dude, the ATC is huge. Like, I was saying this last time. I was really skeptical at this change because I hear guys that do it, and it's always like I always think it's kind of hokey and whatnot. But now actually having it and hearing it, and then knowing the tech behind it, so the further away you get from the transmission station, the worse the signal gets and the quieter it gets. So you'll start to hear a lot more static. And that works not just with the PilotEdge transmitters, but also with airplanes too. So the further you get away from other pilots that are talking, the worse they start to sound too. So it really, like, it does add sort of that extra level of immersion, as much as I hate to use that word. It's cool, like, and you have to listen a little bit better. You have to kind of think about what's being said. It does more to put you into the flying mindset, if you will. But I know Keith has told me some of the, like, Keith told me today what the next feature is, and I'm real excited about that. I think everybody's going to kind of like that when they get it working. But yeah, there's definitely more stuff coming, and you know, no acquisitions in the future. It is crazy, Kyokin, right? So they don't like, there's something like they don't simulate people having bad radios and stuff, which, you know, that's definitely a real thing, or just the random, like, sounds that happen on the radio, or the idiots that are sitting on guard clicking the microphone for no good reason. You're flying to CFM Alaska. Oh man, another red shirt. Good to see you, buddy. Thoughts on possible Postcard acquiring VADSIM? Don't care. Believe it when I see it. You know, the usual. There's a lot of people talking about a lot of stuff, and until you actually see people deliver on their promises, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. How does the weather radar work? Does the weather radar even work? I can never figure out how to turn it on in the Airbus, to be honest. But auto, if I do that, auto? Auto? I don't know. Turn anything on or on auto. Might work. You're on guard! Yeah, doing night flying and like monitoring guard, you just hear these random idiots that just click their mic. Like, that's what they do around you. You hear click, and then somebody else goes click, and then somebody else goes click, and it's like, like, grow up, man. Like, stop being such a child. Is this aircraft worth the price? Probably, yeah. I don't know. I don't like to comment too much on, like, the value of products, you know, for two reasons. Number one is that I get most of these products for free, so I was sent this as a review copy and whatnot. And then number two, like, the value of 60 or 70 bucks for me is probably different than the value of somebody else, which is different from the value of somebody else. Like, the way that we look at money differs kind of by our financial position, where we're at in our life, and this and that. So for me to say, oh yeah, this is totally worth buying, well, for me it is. You know, like, I'm in a position where I essentially get paid to show these planes off, and you know, I get copies of these things sent to me to do that. But even if I didn't, like, I'd still be in a position where I'd be like, all right, yeah, this was worth it for me to buy, because, like, if we want to level here and be realistic, like, I'm going to make that money back. So, but from as a value proposition, like, I think it's a good plane. Like, I think it's worth it. I love the new sounds. I really do. They're definitely on par with the Blue Sky Star sound pack for the Flight Factor 320. So, but it's a different, like, I don't know, it's a different kind of plane. It's got different little bells and whistles. Some things it does different. I think it flies better, but it's all conjecture, because I don't know how an Airbus is supposed to fly. Morse code, yeah.
American C-98, altitude instructions, climb the AC except maintain flight level 180.
I don't know, I've heard about the POSCON stuff. Like, I don't know. I hear stuff. I hear some behind the scenes stuff. I hear some in front of the scenes stuff. Like, you know, you hear rumors and comments and things like that, and it's all until the rubber meets the road, it's all conjecture. So, Puerto Rico, good to see you, man. Have to get your IFR rating. What are your plans for flight training afterwards? My plan is to raise my child, and then we'll build some hours, and eventually I'd like to get my CFI, CFII, but that probably won't be for a number of years because I'm going to be, my time and money and all my energy is going to be focused elsewhere. In Europe, there's been a number of incidents about people making animal noises on guards. Oh yeah, all the time, man. Same thing here in the U.S. People meow and whatever on guard, and it's just like, grow up, man. Take it easy, Christine. Have a great night. We'll see you. That's the internet is for wild speculation. Yeah, I just I don't know. I don't like to. I don't see. So here's, I'll speculate on a lot of things. But speculating on flight simulation is difficult because I tend to know things that a lot of folks may not know for one reason or another, or like I don't want to have something, you know, I don't want to say something, have it be wrong, and then have like some Reddit thread come up like, well, catstrator said this was the thing that was going to happen. Like I don't think anybody in here should view me in that, like, is that authoritative person, but like, I just don't think we get anything out of speculating. If I wanted to go get YouTube videos, I'd sure, like, yeah, man, I sit down tomorrow, I put together, like, is POSCON acquiring VATSIM? Let's get the full story. Like, that's going to pull in a bunch of views and whatever, but that's not what I'm interesed in doing. I'd rather sit back and watch these companies do what they do and really just hope that they are successful. Because, you know, VATSIM hasn't seen a lot of development. They haven't seen a lot of progress in their systems for years now. So, you know, as an outsider looking at it, stands to reason that maybe they could use a injection of cash or some new talent or who knows what. But yeah, that's where I stand on it. Thanks for the basement info. I think you're qualified. Nice, dude. You should get it done. Get it done. Go get your flight review, and we'll go fly somewhere, Mike. You're our god. We'll pass your edicts on with glee. Well, in that case, I like it. No airline prospects. Nah, man. So the airline stuff is interesting. If I were to drop what I'm doing right now and go train to work for the airlines, I sat down and figured it out. I would lose like $500,000 in potential earnings over the course of my lifetime, or something just completely ridiculous. Like, financially, it would be an awful decision. Plus, like, I'm just not interested in it. Like the airline stuff, I'm sure it would be awesome. I'm sure I'd have a great time with it, but I'm really just not interested in it. So I would rather sort of truck along doing my current thing. And, you know, work in aviation kind of in the fringes and try to get people interested in aviation, try to get people to go take their first discovery flight, to know that it's attainable and something they can do, rather than try to be that person like, I'm a pilot, man. I go out and fly. That's not who I am. That's not me. So yeah, I don't see myself doing any airline stuff. Like I said, I'd love to get my CFI, CFII. If only because of like the stuff that I'm doing here, it would provide me the opportunity to be able to talk more authoritatively on stuff, and you know, have a better idea how to teach people how to fly, whether it's in a sim or elsewhere. Have I considered taking the 172 on a flight somewhere? Well, I'm going to go to Burlington on Sunday, Vermont. Does that count? Corporate pilot life. Yeah. How you doing, Max? Welcome back, buddy.
Taxi to Atlantic via Alpha Charlie. Hold short of runway 8 at Charlie.
Max, if you go jump out of Yakima, you might be there right there with me. Do I work in the aviation industry? Nope. My day job is in the software industry, making YouTube videos. I work for a small company that makes software for software developers. I do stuff like my aviation stuff is sort of on the side. There's the flight simulation stuff. There's some video editing work that I do, and there's some other stuff that I'm interested in getting into. But yeah, for the time being, I'm purely like aviation is mostly my hobby. Yeah, not like me to nerd on a return on investment analysis, right? Yeah. Yeah, let me show you my spreadsheets for basically everything. I'm doing spreadsheets right now trying to figure out, like, we're doing a lot of renovations on our house. in advance of the baby and everything else. And so spreadsheets to figure out, okay, well, how much can I afford to borrow and do this and do that? And when do I need to stop? You're on your phone downstairs. Oh, gosh. We are going to Burlington on Sunday. Yeah, we're meeting up with some friends up there. You're welcome to come meet us if you'd like. You may have to borrow the crew car or grab an Uber. I don't know if they got room, but yeah. Grab some lunch, meet up with my friends, just hang out. You're welcome to come up. Probably get up there around 1 o'clock or so. I think I mentioned to you that we were going up there, too. Q-Flight, take it easy, man. Have a good night.
EPS 2023 Heavy, Portland, Canal, good evening, clear to...
But, yeah, Pilot Master, I get what you mean. You want to go for a longer
departure,
flight. So,
transition,
I'll eventually do some longer overnights and whatnot. I just, like, time has not been of the essence for me this year. And, I just... yeah, I have not had the time to do any sort of crazy long flights or crazy, like, overnights and whatnot. And that's something my wife and I want to fix next year, but, we were busy this year. That's what it comes down to. Like we're trying to do some day trips when we can.
EPS 2023 Heavy, read back correct. Expect runway 28 left.
But yeah. Yeah, definitely not 8 a.m. Yeah, my plan. So it's kind of crap weather in the morning. So my plan is to. I have the airplane at 11 o'clock. My plan is to leave Beverly at like 11:30 or so, which it takes me about an hour and a half to get to Burlington. Here's a schedule this weekend. I got that. I got this one on Tuesday, and then this one down here I'm looking forward to with Plain Ben. Plain Ben and I are going to do some all day. Assuming the weather holds out, we're gonna be flying all day. Working on our instrument ratings, trying to get this stuff knocked out this month. And then I'll have some more reservations to throw in here. But yeah, Max, we need to do some flying. I could grab the 172, couldn't I? Oh. Nah, we'll take the Warrior up. It's cheaper. Finally catching a little of the stream. Guy to play. Good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. I gave serious consideration to a start to finish program like ATP, spending 80 grand plus. But after a lot of research, talking to pilots, I realized I'd lose my marriage, my wife, who is 6 months pregnant with my daughter, and in the end, it didn't make it worth the risk I have now, if that makes sense. Yeah, dude, and it's the same, like, Ryan B, like, that's the same thing that I've kind of weighed myself. Like, I make a good salary doing what I do. Like, I do pretty well, and I'm very fortunate in that regard. And, you know, my wife does not make the kind of money that I do, and nor would I expect her to. Plus, like, I'm paying for, you know, I get the insurance, kind of all that. And it's not like a competition between this or that, but like when it comes down to it, like at some point you have to think about the family and sort of what's best there. So to drop everything and be like, all right, I'm gonna go spend 100 grand, finish up my PPL, and finish up my commercial stuff, and yada yada yada. Like that's not gonna fly. No pun intended. Like, just not gonna work. But yeah, I think a lot of us. I'm guessing a lot of like people that are sort of professionals in their late 20s and early 30s who have, you know, thought about flying or have kind of gotten into this late have had that same consideration, that same realization, and you have to wonder how many guys would have made the change earlier if the pay was there and like pilots were being treated like real people. Because I definitely had this same consideration, you know, 5+ years ago, or we'll say, you know, 6 or 7 years ago, when I could have afforded to do it. And I completely overlooked it because at the time, pilots are making like $20,000 a year. I'm like, are you serious? Like 20 grand a year? Like, there's no way that's going to work. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Dogs of War Vu, good to see you, man. Todorica says exactly the same consideration. In my case, I'm too comfy and well situated. Exactly, and that's the thing. Like, especially for us that work in the tech industry. Like, if you work in the tech industry, and if you're in sort of the high school, maybe early college, and kind of wondering what can I do? Like, man, working in the tech industry it's soulless, mindless work sometimes, but it definitely pays the bills. Like this, which one of the three is that? Pretty much everybody I know who's living like super comfortably in their life is working in tech in some way, shape, or form, for better or worse. but I've discovered, like, I have some free time and I have the ability, luckily, to do things like this Twitch here, and it was really like going to Oshkosh this past week was really eye-opening, and talking to folks and talking to businesses and whatnot, and seeing like what opportunities might exist out there for somebody in my position, where we have, you know, the community, we have the audience, we have all this stuff, and we have the ability to sort of bring people and try to get people interested. So, you know, there's things like sponsorship opportunities that could come up, but it's more just like connecting and saying, okay, well, we all have the same goals, so how do we work together to get people to, you know, to get involved and get interested? Because, like, just because, you know, you and I couldn't go out there and make a career out of airline, you know, being an airline pilot, doesn't mean that somebody who's in their early 20s can't do it. And if we can, you know, if we can make young kids and we can make young adults, like, realize this is something attainable and make them, you know, get them to do it, like, that's huge. So
Alaska
that's
719 cross Withrow and maintain flight level 240.
Cross Withrow and maintain flight level 240, Alaska 717. Stand by. Withrow, okay. Withrow, flight level 240. Nope, we're good. Okay. Cool. So yeah, if it's possible to motivate even a few people to make them realize that, like, this is something that you can do now, you can actually make money doing this as a long-term career, and put them in touch with the right people or get them sort of the right information, get them started. Like, that's, I would rather do that and have them have the opportunity to fly an airplane than, you know, go do it myself. And that's I will stand behind that statement. Like, that's you know, like, I've worked some manner of support for my entire life. Like, when I play video games, I play the support characters. When I play, you know, World of Warcraft, I play a healer or a tank. Like, that's just what's in my blood, is to try to help other people succeed. Guy in a Plane, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Bob, thank you very much for gifting the sub to Guy in a Plane. Cheers to you, my friend. Cheers to both you guys. In my mid-30s, work in the health industry. I make more than I would with a regional airline. Absolutely, man. It's a young people's career. Well, for a lot of people, yeah. But there's even opportunity. Like, I have a friend who just got his degree in computer science at 33. Like, he's getting his first computer programming job at 33. Like, there's no reason why he couldn't have done that same sort of thing too. But yeah, it's largely a young person's career. Bluesmaster, welcome back. I'm still young enough. I don't have to drop everything, go fly planes in my life. Lessons and the cost of total. The beginning really moved me away from it, but decided to fly for the airlines. Keeps bugging me to go do it. Yeah, man, and that's the thing. Like, all you got to do, like, the money really comes in getting your CFI. If you can get your commercial, if you can get your instructor rating, and then go out there and you can start instructing, like, you can be in the airlines in like 2 years, if that. Like, especially right now, there's a huge instructor shortage. Like, there's the pilot shortage is looming. The instructor shortage is real, and that's going to cause so many problems down the road. Another reason why I want to get my instructor rating at some point is because you could stand back and you can see the writings on the wall. At some point, flight instructors are going to start making a lot of money. So, like, you never know. Like, down the road, there might be an opportunity to jump in and actually start flight instructing to make a decent living. Now, that sucks because that means that flight training has gotten more expensive, but that's just, like, it's going to have to work itself into the system at some point. What am I drinking tonight? So I had an IPA earlier, and now I'm drinking a gin and soda water. So I've got Kirkland brand gin and just a straight up glass of soda water with some lime juice in it. It's pretty good. Quebec, good to see you. Regional pay. Yeah, regional pay is pretty good now. The problem is that to go from 250 hours wet commercial to 1,500 hours ATP is a year and a half of not making anything. Like, that's, so the problem has sort of been shifted a little bit. Like, regional pay is fantastic now. You're going to make 50, 70 grand a year. You're going to have a good, pretty decent quality of life. And you're going to get yourself promoted pretty quickly. Like, Chevy Rules got promoted to captain in, like, I think less than 2 years. Right around 2 years at his airline. So, like, that can happen quickly.
Departure frequency 127.4.
You're already starting to see salaried CFI options in smaller fields. Absolutely, man. They're going to have to, right? And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen like that, and you're gonna see a lot of flight schools go under because they can't make it work. Had a hard time finding a flight instructor. That does not surprise me one bit. McCallum, good to see you, man. Saw somebody post aviation group of Facebook for advice CFI interview. One person said, if you have a pulse and a CFI, you got the job. Pretty much. Like multi-engine instructors, if you have an MEI, you can pretty much walk into any flight school that has a multi-engine plane and you got a job. Because MEIs are real tough to find. Because everybody who's getting an MEI is trying to build commercial, like trying to build multi-hours just to go to the airlines. Or to go fly corporate or go to do something. Like they don't want to stick around and be a multi-engine instructor. That's Tim Flyer. Welcome aboard, man. Good to see you. Thing is, I'm on the road to get into a good college, taking high-level classes. Don't really know if it will impress my parents too much. Drop it all, go fly planes. Well, that's the thing. You can go to college. You know, you can go to college, you can work in college, and you can fly planes on the side. You know, if you can manage to scrape like $300 or $400 a month, like that's a few hours a month. That's something. You know, go be a safety pilot for somebody to help build hours. If you were in New England, I'd say, hey man, I need a safety pilot. Like you can come get some free hours with me at some point. And just kind of stuff like that. Like the opportunities exist there. Like I worked my ass off through college, you know, and I'm not saying you're not working your ass off, but I worked like 30 hours a week in college. It was mostly so I could go drinking. But if I was smart, I would have taken that and put it towards something, you know, more useful. But yeah, you got to do what you got to do, man. Like I would never go to college I wouldn't go to an aviation university. I don't think you need to do anything like that. Go to college, get a degree, get some soft skills, learn how to work with and deal with people, and then do your flight training on the side. Part 61 your way through that PPL and all the way through your CPL. They have fantastic programs, but they're also fantastically expensive. Like I'm just about to get my instrument rating. I have 120 or 115 hours, and I've spent, let's say I've spent $20,000, maybe $25,000. We'll say $25,000 to get halfway to a commercial rating and have my instrument rating. So like you don't have to spend a ton of money on it. Oh man, the soft skills are huge. Like I talked to the airline pilots that I know, and soft skills are just enormous for those people. And there's so many guys that lack the soft skills too. And I even saw that in Oshkosh. You talk to these like 35-year-old veterans in the airline industry, and you're like, man, like I can't have a conversation with you. Like this is tough. School does 141 training, just an FBO flight school should cost me $52,000 PPL to CFI. That seems like a lot of money, but I'd have to sit down and break down the costs. It's going to vary too, depending on where you live. Like North Dakota, there's nothing up there, so cost of living's a little cheaper. You know, I had to imagine the cost of flight training and everything else is going to be a little cheaper. You're probably not paying $145 an hour for a 172 like I do out here. 210 dual for a 172. $80,000 for an ATP. That's a crazy amount of money. I mean, it's an easier pill to swallow now, given the fact that you're going to make probably 50 grand out of the gate. But when you were making $20,000 out of the gate, like 80 grand to get into that, holy crap. But again, it comes back to the earlier discussion too. Everybody's financial situation is different. All right, so there's that. Hey, we got VNAV descent going. Good. Everybody's financial situation is different. Whatever they can swallow is different. You know, there's certainly people that are going to go to, you know, University of North Dakota. They're going to go to Purdue. They're going to go wherever, and they're not going to have to worry about things financially because they're set. And there's other people that are going to have to work their butts off because they're not. And it's like, whatever, man. Like it is what it is. Everybody's situation's different. Okay, Seattle weather, altimeter 30.11. And the temperature is 23. The winds are 280 at 9. 280/09. 180. We're going to go down to, we'll say 200 foot on the minimums. I don't know what I'm assuming we're going to take an ILS in there. So we'll just say 200. And we'll try to come back to that later. All right.
American 398, runway 20, taxi via Bravo. Cross runway 30 at Bravo.
ATP is about memorize for check. Red, move to the next one. Well, I mean, if that's what you got to do, like teach the test. That's teach the test is kind of the American way nowadays. $78,000 for an ATP license. Is that doing it in minimum hours? Like, does that have any allowance for having to go over in hours, or is it like this is the bare minimum? This is what if you like. I would ask them like realistically how much more flying are people doing beyond what you're quoting me? Because my hunch is that once you factor everything in, it's probably closer to $90 to $100,000. But I have no idea. Like it's all hearsay at this point. M. DePole, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you for your support. Cheers to you, buddy. I appreciate it. Most of the time, these schools offer degrees other degrees, not just flight. They do. Like North Dakota, Purdue are two examples. But if you go to Embry-Riddle, like you're going to get an aviation degree. So if your aviation rug gets pulled out or you don't enjoy it or whatever, then like what do you do? But I'm not here to argue the merits of 141 versus 61 in college versus college. Like, everybody's, like I said, everybody's situation is what it is. So you kind of do you do what you're capable of doing. You do what makes you happy.
Check your files cruise altitude, so you might want to refile.
Arizona State offers UAS, ATC, and Pro Flight. All right, well, he knows we're descending at this point, so we'll just let him pick us up. Yeah, but the people that are going to fast track to ATP, like they're sort of laser focused on that. That's really like, for a lot of them, that's kind of, and I'm not generalizing everybody, but for a lot of them, that's what they want to do. Like, I want to fly an airliner. Okay, how do I do that? Well, you go A, B, C, D, E. Great.
Alaska 717, contact Seattle Center, 126.6.
126.6, Alaska 717. 126.6. Yeah. All right, what are we descending towards? Whitro. Seattle Center, Alaska 717. Flight level 314 descending. Flight level 240, Whitro.
Alaska 717, Seattle Center, descend via the Glacier 1 arrival. Landing north. Seattle altimeter 3011.
Descend via the Glacier 1 arrival, landing north, 11 on the altimeter, Alaska 717. Okay. So, let's check out the approach, or the arrival here. So we've got the Whitro programmed in. So we need to go landing north. So we need Jackson. We need to look at here. So flight plan, Jackson. So we'll call that 16,000, because these aren't specs, these are actual restrictions. So 16,000 above. Nope. 16,000. Nope. I bet it's 16,000 plus then. Yeah. And 270 knots. I like these discussions. I don't know how we got on this topic, but it's a good one. And then Heather. Okay, Woody is less than 14,000. We got that. Heather is going to be 12,250 knots. Okay, we got that. Although we'll have to fix that speed. And then we go from there. Cool. And so 12,000 is the bottom of this descent. So let's go 12,000. There we go. All right.
316, squawk 3126, 3126, otherwise feedback correct.
61 is much less structured, and some people like that much more. Absolutely, that's a good point, Max. Some people, like I would personally do better in a 61 environment than I want a 141 environment. Just because of how I like the way that I think. I crashed a lot. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday.
This
discussion has definitely helped. Well, that's good, man. Like, that's why we're here. Like, this is, you know, everybody that's in this chat room has a passing interest in aviation in one way, shape, or form. So, you know, it benefits nobody to not have these discussions. Like, it's you know, there's a lot of people that are thinking it. There's a lot of people that want to know more about it, and you know, it's fun. It gives us something to talk about anyway. Like, we're in cruise and descent and whatever else. Like, who, you know. It's not the most exciting part of cruise or part of the flight, right? We've done all of our planning. The VNAV is doing its thing, and down we go. Josh, welcome back, man. Good to see you.
Sky high 412, out pick ground.
But like, to give you some idea, I spent $12,000 on my PPL. My instrument rating is going to cost me around 5. Without the PIC cross-country time, so I did that on my own. So I'd say probably another $5,000. We'll call it $7,000 spent. We'll just call it 8. We'll just round up. So I'm about $25,000 in for my instrument rating, and then I'm going to have about 150 hours, or probably 130 hours once I finish up. So I'll be at my instrument rating halfway to my commercial license. And so, yeah, another $25,000 to build that other 100 and whatever hours for the CPL. So $50,000 for commercial pilot. Yeah. And then you get your CFI, or you get your CFII, and then you go work. Discussions like these are why I love the aviation community. For sure, man. Well, yeah. I'm gonna get my CPL at 250. If I have the requirements, I will. Yeah. If I meet the requirements for all the hours and whatnot, I know that like there's gonna be a lot of training involved and dual time and whatnot. I have to look into all that stuff, but I would like to get my CPL at 250, if for any reason, just to have it.
American C98 glitched out.
Again, because it gives me more legitimacy to kind of speak about this stuff.
250 at 8.
Interesting. So our new top of descent's 32 miles away. Yeah, so like and so here's the thing is I fly pretty cheap. I'm doing 25 hours of hood time, and I have access to an airplane that I'm maybe not paying for. So like I've been able to kind of save. I've been able to save $1,000 or $1,500 just by utilizing some of the tools that I have to save money on the instrument rating. But I think all said and done, I'm going to be in for less than $5,000 for the instrument stuff, which is incredible. But again, that doesn't include the 50 hours PIC. If you include the 50 hours PIC cross country, then you're getting closer to $10,000. CFI as a second retirement career doesn't sound bad. See, exactly, Mr. J Falcon. Like that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, if I get an I or a double I, like that's something I can do on the side on the weekends. You know, I can help with friends. I can help with people that are in the area who want to get involved and whatever else. Like, I think it opens up a lot of doors for just helping others. Like it's less about making money and more about, you know, being able to help other people and kind of do the right thing, if you will. Canicus, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Canicus, thank you very much for your support. Cheers to you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. With my school, if you purchase 20-hour block rate, you get a 20% discount. Oh, that's pretty good. 20-hour block rate, that's like what? That's probably what, $3,000? $2,500? It depends. Like if you could trade in a cheap 150 for like $75-$80 an hour, that's you know, that's really cheap. What I like about the 141 aspect is I don't need all that cross-country time to start my instrument rating. I can get the CPL at 150 instead of 250. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know the differences between 61 and 141 in terms of like training requirements. And Max knows the maneuvers well. Well, Max, you've got your commercial license, so what I need you to do is go get your CFI. You get your CFI, and then you can teach me my commercial. And so, because we're probably 2 or 3 years out from that. Like, hey, man, I think we got it all figured out.
Hi, 412, contact departure.
$4,000. Okay, that makes sense.
.com 720, contact Denver Center, 118.57.
My CFI is the management consultant and instructs on the side, pretty much doing what I plan on doing in 30 years. Hell yeah, man. That sounds great. Stealth Talon 4, thank you very much for 16 months of support, man. Cheers to you, buddy. I appreciate it. Aviation degree will be more helpful, but it doesn't really matter at all. I don't think that the degree really matters at all. I mean, that goes for a lot of careers and whatnot in life, like especially the tech industry. Like I knew a guy who was a music major. He was a band director for like 10 years, and then he made the change over to being a computer programmer.
.com 720, Albuquerque, Santa Noris, cement altitude, descend.
Pilot Master, take it easy, man. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Altimeter 3040.
But yeah, this has been good. It's been a good talk tonight, guys. I really enjoyed this. That is down the road thinking. At no point in my life did I see myself living for another 30 years.
Join Victor 263 northbound.
That might be the title right there. 30-year survival. 30-year plan. Working hard to do consulting work in the next 5 years to have more room for flying. Yeah. Well, and I think that's like longer term. I think that's what I see happening with myself is where I end up with like the whole gig economy becomes more of a thing where you end up like where I end up bringing in like 3 or 4 or 5 different revenue sources and coalescing that into a single revenue stream. We'll see if that's attainable. Like the economy needs to keep doing what it's doing for that to really be a thing. But there are opportunities out there.
American 398, Todd, Salt Lake Center, good evening, ident.
We weren't 1,000 miles apart. Yeah, absolutely, man. I wish more people lived around here that flew, because like I got Max as my safety pilot. Plane Ben's coming up here for a weekend, but it'd be nice to have more PPLs that could just jump in and do some approaches and stuff. Marketing and tech is a great industry to work in for pilots. Freelance for a few years, not as hard as you think to make a buck. Yeah. My wife and I talked about this a lot. Like, I could go completely freelance, make a lot more money, but then there's the things like insurance, job stability, and stuff like that. It comes back to our earlier discussion where it is nice to have a consistent salary coming in because that's one less thing to have to worry about when supporting the family. And the economy has always behaved that way, riding the wave right now. Vegas Flyer, thanks for 15 months, man. Cheers to you, buddy. Hope you're doing well.
Will be actually 16,000, command altitude descend and maintain 16,000.
Take it easy, Mr. Zakop. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. It's a good chat.
Welcome 720, Roger.
McShady Pilot, take it easy, buddy. You also have a good night.
American 398.
Stable paycheck is why I'm back full time. Yeah, absolutely.
Northeast of Keeley.
Okay, we should see another descent starting here in a second. There it goes. Down she goes. Okay, the VNAV is working. That's good news.
Do you prefer runway 3 or 8 and say position on the field?
When are you expecting 2+1? Baby's due in November. November 20th is the date right now. Rest assured, everybody will know far and wide when that child is born. We'll post pictures in Discord. We'll post pictures on Twitter.
High 316.
Trust me.
Runway 3, taxi via Foxtrot. Alaska 717, contact Seattle approach 125.6.
125.6, Alaska 717. Well, that's interesting. 26.6 to 25.6. I'd double check that one. Seattle approach, Alaska 717, 50220, descending Glacier 1 with the Seattle weather.
Cooper 576, Albuquerque Tower, turn left heading 290, runway 8, clear for takeoff, wind 130 at 6.
We'll pretend we had the weather. We have it now. Good.
Alaska 717, Seattle approach. Expect visual approach, runway 34 center.
And we'll expect that, Alaska 717.
FedEx 5954, Albuquerque Tower, traffic departing runway 8, runway 3, line up and wait.
Flight plan is Seattle 34 right. Arrival. 34 center.
American 398, contact Seattle Center, 132.6.
Okay, wiped out my Jackson restriction. That's fine. Yeah, it's okay. Cool. All right, down we go.
American 398, Seattle Center, roger.
Just made the decision to go to the dark side, going to get my Plank PPL. Helis are just too damn expensive to rent. Yeah, man, that's crazy. How far along were you in your helicopter training, Canicus? And welcome to the real PPL. It's better here. All right, Senator 3011.
Datcom 720, clear visual approach to Toliss Airport.
Lights.
Changed advisory frequency approved. Report cancellation of IFR this frequency. Datcom 720, IFR cancellation received. Block
Oh, that was
IFR,
cool.
have a good night.
FlightAware shows flight planes in the hold south of MSP. Friggin' wall of storms coming on. Let it finally stop raining in New York. I'm curious if we've gotten. Yeah, it's been off and on up here all day. So we had some storms that rolled through, but most of it's now kind of back. Like all this crap is coming through tomorrow. Hopefully gone by Sunday when I'm supposed to go flying.
Group of 576, how long before you're ready?
How long before you are ready?
Roger.
Not soon enough. Oh yeah, Sunday the fog's coming in. 2 o'clock to 8. Then it burns off and it's fine. Oh, it's going to be beautiful weather for flying on Sunday. Just moss holds up. Yeah. Super excited about that. Max, you gotta come up and join us. Just add the heli after fixed wing, only 20 hours. There you go. Halfway through commercial, got it. Ashton, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Do. All right. Woody. Woody's below 14,000 feet. Go and turn our seatbelt sign back on. Time to sit down.
American 398, cross Carps at and maintain 14,000. Spoken on TV.
What kind of flying are you planning for Sunday? So my wife and I are going to go up and see some friends. We're going to go from KBVY to KBTV. So from Beverly Airport here, local airport the planes are at, 150 miles up to Burlington, Vermont, up on the shores of Lake Champlain, and see some friends of ours I haven't seen. Actually, I haven't seen them since I went up there a year ago for one of my training flights. They have had a child in the last year, so we'll get to see little Nora, and then also just grab some lunch. Probably grab some lunch, go buy some beer and whatnot, and take it back. Yeah, just put some time in. Like, my wife is quickly running out of days where she can go flying, so we're trying to get as many in as we can, when we can. And that was a good weekend for us to go, because there's nothing going on just yet. My old neck of the woods. Oh yeah, dude, it's amazing up there. Like, I want to take my friends up if they're interested, and take them for their very first GA flight. And I probably would go over the mountains and whatnot. I'd either go over Lake Champlain, head over to like Lake Placid or something, or I'd go the other way and go to like Morrisville or whatever.
Clipper 576, Albuquerque departure at the contact.
This plane likes to level off.
Clipper 576, flight level 200, 200. FedEx 5954, turn left heading 320, runway 3, clear for takeoff, wind 180 at 13.
So cross Heather, then 203, and then we'll start getting vectored in. I should probably start listening. Nice and hazy out here. Yeah, Vermont and New Hampshire are amazing. Like, I lived in New Hampshire for a couple years. I love those two states. And add Maine, all three, like Maine to the list as well. Like Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, they're all three just amazing places to go to. Like, there's so much good stuff to see, so much nature to see, so much good food to eat.
Sky High 316, runway 3, line up and wait, caution wreck turbulence. Sky High 4.
Queechee Gorge, I don't know where that's at.
124.32.
Never heard of it. Good beer to drink too, of course. Absolutely. All three of those states are like the home of craft beer.
124.32, 24.32.
Okay, down to 12,000 we go. 1,000 to go. This plane is performing admirably. Airport should be over here somewhere. Right?
Sky High 412, Albuquerque Center, Santa altimeter 3013.
Oh, there it is.
FedEx 5954,
found it.
contact departure.
That's Boeing Field right there. And then Renton is over, what, over here somewhere?
FedEx 5954,
Maybe that is, maybe that's Renton. That might be Renton and Boeing is... That's Boeing right there.
Sky High 316, turn left heading 300, runway 3 clear for takeoff, wind 180 at 13.
You don't land south, it's like you don't land north very often. It seems like most of the time we come in here we're landing south.
Sky High 316, knots left heading 300, 300.
As a Michigander, I feel those are fighting words. I like Michigan too. Don't get me wrong. I grew up in northern Indiana, and I think Michigan's also a fantastic state. Just that Michigan's tough to get to, unless you like live in the Midwest.
Going to 32 Whiskey Papa, Albuquerque clearance on request.
Good job in steel geography. Yeah, right. I know what's up. I know how this goes.
Alaska 717, descend and maintain 10,000. Contact approach 133.65.
3365, 10,000, Alaska 717. All right, so let's pull that out. 10,000 and 3365.
FedEx 5954, clear direct Albuquerque. Clipper 576, contact Albuquerque.
How are we going so slow?
134.6.
Oh, the plane's in approach mode. What? Oh, that's not gonna work. The plane didn't pop out of approach mode properly. Seattle approach, Alaska 717, 11,100, descending 10,000.
Clipper 576, Albuquerque Center, climb and maintain, flight level 3.
Well, that's annoying. Asterion Blue, good to see it. You were flying over my house? Yes, bad weather. Okay. South flow, usually bad weather.
Alaska 717, Seattle approach, descend and maintain 5,000. Seattle Airport is 3 o'clock and 7 miles, reporting side.
17, 5,000 I'm looking for, Alaska 717. You're going to give me a visual approach from here, really?
I'm American 398, contact spoken approach 123.75.
Alaska 717 has the field.
Alaska 717, clear visual approach, runway 34 center, make right traffic.
Visual approach 34 center, make right traffic, Alaska 717. Okay, now we will go to approach mode. So manage mode there. Let's go and pop our speed brakes out. And tower's going to be next.
Retard.
Wherever that is, we'll get back to you in a few minutes.
FedEx 5954, contact Albuquerque Center 134.6.
Tower for center is 19.9er.
Clipper 576, show you 10 miles south of course and diverging send tension.
Oh boy.
Clipper 576, you 10 miles south of course and diverging send tension. Clipper 576, that's assumed you only is specifically instructed to resume when you vectored off. So say you were clear direct Albuquerque, you joined the unit transition, then I gave you a vector of the departure, then I would have to say
that's what we call visual enough.
Required. Turn left heading 070, vector 47.
Alright, we can pop the gear. I'm trying to get more drag in here so I can get this thing landed. Like, this is not an ideal approach situation.
FedEx 5954.
I actually don't think this is legal what he did.
Flight level 380.
Yeah, you want to slip it?
American 398, spoken approach 123.75, 2375. American 398, spoken approach, altimeter 2997, expect ILS, runway 21 approach.
It's okay, we got this. Do a flat spin. I mean, there's some planes that probably could do it, but I'm going to do my best not to. We'll leave that to Top Gun. It's bad enough that I'm doing this. All right, let her recover there.
Boeing 2 Whiskey Papa cleared to Eagle County Airport, Albuquerque 3 departure. Radar vectors to Alamosa. Direct Kremlin, that's Romeo Lima Golf. Direct. Maintain 9000. Expect flight level 340, 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 127.4. Squawk 6642.
There we go. Had the wrong climb mode. Ah! No. What are you doing? What are you doing? No, don't go around. No. All right, whatever. Auto throttle off. Yeah, I know. I got it. We cool. Don't worry about it.
Boeing 2 Whiskey Papa, is that correct? Clipper 576, proceed direct Albuquerque, resume the Largo 3 departure.
R.I.P. Goose. Lebanon, yes.
Alaska 717, contact Seattle Tower 119.9.
19.9, Alaska 717. I did Lebanon for one of my solos actually, one of my cross country flights.
To final approach course.
That's a challenging little airport to fly into. Seattle Tower, Alaska 717, visual 34 center.
Alaska 717, Seattle Tower, runway 34 center, clear to land, wind 290 at 7.
Clear to land 34 center, Alaska 717. All right, so we're still above the glide slope here. Coming in on it though.
2,500.
Okay. Well, that was interesting. I'll brake. And we'll just leave that where it's at. Should we pull that in now? Arm speed brake.
2,000.
So it didn't disarm, it did not disarm approach mode between flights, and that's kind of disappointing. I seem to remember having this problem before. It's okay. And then I knocked the auto throttle off, and when I went to put it back in, it went into go-around mode. Which is fine. That I would expect it to do. FMGS transitions aren't properly implemented. Yeah, I kind of get that impression.
Clipper 576, if you'd like a shortcut, turn left heading.
All right, lights are looking good. Gears down, 3 green, flaps are down and indicated. Speed brake is armed, auto brake is armed. Let's go land. You do want to turn the engines off between flights. I did turn the engines off between flights.
Clipper 576, roger, disregard the direct zone.
This is not the worst approach we have seen. Hey, man. There's a cold breeze.
American 398, the turn left heading 230.
It's alright. Get ourselves here on this path here. Coming a little high. It's alright. Only really half paying attention here. That's the part where you're supposed to be impressed by me paying, you know, half paying attention, doing as good as I am. Yeah, that's right. Huh? Okay, gear, flaps, good.
500.
Checked.
400.
Terrain.
American 398 is 10 miles.
Got my landing point.
Maintain 5,500 until elusive. Clear ILS runway 21 approach.
Minimum.
A little fast.
200.
Very fast, actually. It's okay.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Yeah. Versers out. Decel.
American 398, just heading 210 to join. If you'd like direct, let me know. Roger.
You're braking. Reversers in. Welcome to Seattle.
FedEx 5954, you broke up. Say again. FedEx 5954, no problem. I went altitude, climb and maintain. Flight level 320.
Flaps. Where are we?
717, cross runway 34 right at hotel. Taxi to gate via Bravo. Monitor ground point 7. Have a good night.
Cross C4 right hotel, monitor, taxi via Bravo, monitor ground. Alaska 717, good night. Ground point 7. Tune that in here. Ooh! Cool. All right. Oh, brakes are hot. Well, we can fix that.
Clipper 576, same
It
Mach
shouldn't
number.
be hot, but whatever. All right. Flaps, speed brake, auto brake. Good. Let's go taxi now. Butter! I'll take it.
Portland clearance, UPS 2023 Heavy. We had to restart the sim. Is our clearance still valid? Do we need a new squad?
Feels clearance, man.
UPS 2023 Heavy. Portland clearance is still valid.
CPHL says greetings from Boston. Drive here from Philly sucks. Need an airplane. Yes, you do,
thanks,
Steve.
and,
What are you doing in Boston, buddy?
UPS 2023.
FedEx 5954, increase speed to Mach 0.74.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't make that drive. At this point, I would definitely fly it. Given the option. Where does Alaska park? Correct answer is wherever the hell we park. That's right. Thank you, guys.
FedEx 5954.
Busted my... Well, so the brakes actually will get hotter as they're on the ground. So when they test the brakes, and whatnot for new airplanes, like they have to leave them sit for 10 or 15 minutes before they go spray them down because they'll just keep getting hotter, and then eventually they'll catch fire. I'm sure Total Rico or somebody knows the science behind all that. I'm not that smart.
American 398, contact Spoken Tower 118.3.
Ah, it's good enough right here. I'm tired of taxiing.
Spoken Tower, American 398.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seattle. We made it. Oh, this is stock scenery. That sounds pretty good. The brakes don't get hotter, they get thermally equalized between the core and the surface. There you go. I told you Total Rico would know. King of the North, good to see it. Look at me, this is my gate now. I'm the gate. Wait, I'm the air... No, that doesn't make any sense. Well, we'll have to go watch the replay, right? Disconnect. Turn that down. Go replay mode. For as bad as the approach was, the landing was all right. Really? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Kiss it. Yeah. Of course, we were 1,000 feet per minute coming in right there, but we won't talk about that part. Oh, man. I'll take it. Bang on the center line.
$50. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Filthy. That's right. All right. That's good. I'll take it, man. You know what? That's for as little virtual flying and whatnot I've done in the last few weeks. I'll take those 2 flights. That's pretty good. So I'm hoping to do something on Monday if I have time. We'll do the Embraer 110 if I got time for it. I'll post in Discord. I'll post on Twitter if I end up doing that. Let you guys know. It'd be kind of a later stream than normal. I will not be around next Friday because I will be back in Indianapolis for the Drum Corps World Championships. If you're into that stuff, you can be super jealous of me. I'll post pictures. Who's streaming right now? Who can we go bug? You can go bug Chili. You can go bug Fly Purdue. Go bug Torb. I mean, you can bug whoever you want, but I'm going to go probably talk to Fly Purdue here. Is he flying? No, he's just flying an Airbus, of course. We'll say hi to him. So, guys, thank you all so much for showing up tonight. It's been a pleasure. I love the conversations. I seriously loved having that conversation tonight. Talking about the ATP and all that. Like that's what we live for, man. That's what we're trying to do. But have a great night, guys. We will see you hopefully on Monday. If not, we'll see you in a couple weeks. So, toodles. Music. How about this one? Actually, no, wait. Hang on.